Hello. Hi. Hello. Evening. Hello. Hello. Hello, everyone. How are we all? How are we? Howdy. Howdy indeed. How's how's that? Oh, I'm sorry. You know what? I smiled as I did it as well, Dean. Sorry. I enjoyed it. Maybe a little bit too much. Um, hi Don, Tinky Winky. Hi Gemma. Hi Fitzy. Hello. Hello, Serious Moonlight. Hi, Game with Becca. Hello. Oh, happy belated birthday for Susan as well. Um, how's everyone going? Yes, killing the squirrel is the best bit. Ah, Twirly, thanks for joining. It's nice to have you with us. Um, yeah, how are we all? What's our week been like? How's Oh, thanks Susan. Thanks for the subscription. That's yeah, thank you so much. Um, let's put some music on. Let's just chat for a bit. Let's put some of this on. Oh, can we hear that? Oh, it's a bit of a vibe, isn't it? Um, Train scratch mod. Yeah, it was so. Thank you so much, everyone who came and said hello at MCM. It was really nice to see everyone. It was a couple of days, wasn't it? I was only there for one day, but that was enough for me. I think sometimes I have quite a small social battery, as I'm sure other people can relate as well. Um, yeah, I don't know. Like it's yeah. It was really cool though. Let's make that smaller. Yeah. It's yeah. I had what did I get up to at MCM? So we did I did some one-to-one sessions with some voice people, which was really lovely. It was so nice, you know, voice acting often you're on your own in your little booth. So it was really nice to actually meet people and help people on their journeys and stuff. And it's funny because in even in that, like every time I get onto a panel or something, always my brain is like, why am I doing this? Like, who am I to coach other people on this thing that I love doing? Um, I don't know. There's always that imposter syndrome thing. I'm sure a lot of people get that, you know. And you're like, why am I doing this? Why am I here? You know. But then actually, as soon as you then meet people and you go, oh yeah, no, absolutely, actually, I can help and I can advise on this and this and this. Um, so that was nice. It was really nice to meet people and yeah, it was great. I'd met a couple of my students as well, so that was really lovely to meet particular people who came all the way to MCM. That was really nice. Cheeky little pup one. Hi, what a lovely username. That's a great name. Um, so yeah, that was really nice. And then obviously we had the fantastic meet and greet. That was yeah, that was great. It was really cool to see so many people had turned out in amazing cosplay. It was amazing. I'm sure people have seen online if you didn't get to be there. But it was a fantastic like turnout. It was amazing. My favorite was the mimic chest. That was epic. It was really cool. Um, yeah, I was quite stunned by it actually. Yeah, it was awesome. And then yeah, and then I had some more one to ones, and yeah, and then we did the panel at the end, and then I had to rush off, which I felt very guilty about because I wanted to stay and amazing follower goal met. Woo! um, welcome to everyone who's joined and is here to say hello. It's lovely to have you all here. Um, yeah, so I mean, we did the panel, and then yeah, and then I had to dash off because I had a stag do to go to, and I didn't make it, unfortunately, because there were problems with the trains, and I was stuck in Euston for about an hour and a half. So yeah, which was a bit of a shame. I didn't see any Scratch cosplay. No, I didn't. Did anyone else? Did anyone else see any Scratch cosplay? Oh, Twirly, you, thank you so much. That's really kind. Thank you so much for gifting. And I love my pet rock. Also a great name. Welcome to the Flea Clan. Did I know that Neil Roberts has Twitch? Oh no, I didn't. Not at all. Not at all. Yeah, and we got to try this live D&D experience, which was fantastic. So yeah, that was pretty awesome. And then yeah, and then we came out of that, and yeah, I missed the stag do, unfortunately. I think I'm in my mate's bad books for it, but you know, there's nothing you can do, and when the trains are screwed and it's like hours away, I wasn't going to get there till like 1 a.m, and then I would have slept and then woken up and then come straight home, because I was packing, because then last week on Monday I went to Disneyland Paris with my boyfriend and his family, which was fun. Thank you so much, the Dread Waffle, thank you. Another great name. I love these names. Mine is very original. Sean Mendham. There can be only one. Yeah, I think a Scratch cosplay would be amazing as well, or a Cats the musical spin-off. You know what? There are a couple of people who turn up every year at MCM dressed as cats, and because I did Cats the musical, because I did that show, it has been nice to see so many, you know, to go and say, yeah, I did. I did. Oh, one moment. Hello, welcome.
Hi, I'm so sorry.
We're live. Are you okay?
I know. Hello.
Are you okay?
I'm okay. Yes.
Are you bleary-eyed? Are you sleepy?
It's 3:15.
Oh, go back to bed if you want. It's okay. Go to sleep.
No, it's okay. I did set my alarm to go off, but I think and then I had to call me earlier, but I think it just did not. It simply did not go through.
Oh.
Sorry, I'm so sorry.
No, don't apologise. Please don't apologise. No, it's nice to have you here. Yeah, I know. Sleep. See people in the chat. They're like, go and sleep. Go and rest. It's 3 a.m, you crazy person.
I slept. But did everything go okay with the transfer over?
Yes. So for everyone, I have transferred all of the streamy stuff from my Mac, which is here, to my partner's work laptop, which is more orientated for games. So I'm using this. So hopefully this is. I was saying today, like trying to do it because it's just easier, isn't it? Rather than Macs are not suited for this kind of thing, I don't think. Yes, so
good.
Yeah,
it's for the first couple of.
Other than the technical problems, yes. Oh no, Dean, no. I use Mac and computer. See. So yeah, so it's talking about Cats. Oh, we've gone on many tangents, but yeah, Cats the musical. I did do the Cats the musical. So I love and actually when I years ago when I'd come off of doing the show, I then was walking through Comic-Con and found someone dressed in an actual in the Cats costume, And it was amazing. So I played Alonso first, which is he's kind of aloof and he's bravado, and then I played Mongo Jerry as well, and Plato
Joey's
McCavity and
my
Pouncival.
favorite.
Yeah, Mongo Jerry is great. That was a lot of fun and
Did
super
you have to
super.
do the acrobatics for
Yeah,
Monkey
the
Jerry?
cartwheel bit. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh.
Do you know what? Actually, I didn't mind doing that. The thing I hate doing because I don't know why I have an irrational fear of doing leapfrogs. I don't know what it is. It's just like it's just scary. I don't know.
It is scary. When I was doing when I was learning wrestling, we had to do leapfrogs as like like an exercise, just like warm up exercise,
Yeah,
and it is scary because if you don't jump high enough or the person does not duck down
yeah.
enough, you are landing on someone.
Absolutely, absolutely. Because I did a show years ago. So when I left my ballet company, I took a cruise ship job, and when I was working on a cruise ship, we had to do this leapfrog, and for some reason it put the fear of God into me, and it's something to do. I think because a cruise ship, the floor is moving, and so oh,
Oh,
um, my brain was like something about this about the floor moving is not okay. That I'm like doing that I'm leaping into the air and the floor is going to drop and it was going to meet me. That was so scary. Hi 202, hello. The fear of God and anime. um, so yeah, I did that. So when I was going to MCM and I saw the people in these cats costumes, I was amazed at the level of detail. I was amazed at how much like the because for anyone who hasn't seen the musical or doesn't know much about it, the costume is a kind of a unitard with lots of kind of patterns on it, and then you have these leg warmers and arm warmers, and then you have a tail, and you've got the wig, and you've got the makeup. And who asked how long the makeup takes to do? Someone asked about how long it takes. It can take between yes, Gabrielle, hello. Yes, it can take between well, I got it down to 45 minutes for doing Alonso. But some of them would take 4 hours, 5 hours, especially when you're first starting.
oh
And
wow.
they're really strict about the makeup being just right because it's a brand, obviously. So you have to make sure the makeup is consistent, and people have been known to have been fired for not doing the makeup properly because it's you know it's the brand. Um, so yeah, it's yeah. Damn is right. Damn is right. So and I'm not. I have such respect for artsy people who are really good with their hands. I'm not. I like. I think if I touched a plant, it would die. So I I so I had to really focus and try and make it you know make sure it was right. Thank you everyone who's been on the hype train. Thank you. I hope everyone's enjoying these new emotes as well. I'm super grateful for our wonderful artists who have made them. So cool.
Shout
Plastic
out
pl-
to Indy and Sui
Yes.
for some of the new
Thank
emotes.
you, Indian
Just
Sui.
a quick check to chat. Can people see the flea emote? I think we might be bugged out. Twitch
Oh.
might be bugging out a little bit. Um, we'll figure it out. If anyone can see the flea emote, spam the flea.
Yeah,
But
I saw it. I saw
otherwise,
it. I think
oh,
it's a
okay,
you
there we
problem.
go. Oh look, I see for Sui, the flea emote has been replaced with the flute emote.
No, I see it. No, I
But
see
for
it.
some people, it's a flea emote.
Sui,
It's strange.
I see flea.
Oh, but if you look at the chat,
Oh.
look at the chat on your screen. It says the people who have been posting fleas, it's turned into a
Oh
flute.
yeah. That's weird.
That's very strange.
That is really weird.
But I see a flute on. If I look at the chat, I see if no, I see the flea. That's very strange.
That is super strange. Um, flute equals flea. Flea equals flute. It's it's mutually inclusive, I guess. Um, we'll have a look at that later. Um,
It's something to peek at later.
yeah.
Incredibly funny.
Rustica, welcome to the flea group. Thank you, Gidget, for gifting that. Well, hello, Gidget. Um, so I can play the flute IRL. link. That's right. Fleet. Fluty fleet. Fleety flute. Hello, Emperor Noob. Um, yeah, so we did MCM. It was fantastic. It was yeah, it was great. I wish I could have done longer, to be honest. I wish I could have done some more meet and greets and stuff as well. I wish I could have done some signings or something, but that's what Stream Elite is for, people. So please go and check it out. I would massively
Yes.
appreciate it. It'd be lovely to I would massively appreciate it because it's nice to show people's amazing work, and yeah, it'd be cool.
We've got our
Um,
first signing coming up on the 18th. And I think we have some. Do we have? You have something in the works for that, don't you? Or
maybe, maybe. um,
secret.
yeah, have a look at them because there aren't. I'm not going to print too many, so I want them to feel kind of it's just yours. So, um, yeah, and also yes, October maybe. It just depends on all of these things are I would love to do it. It just depends on time. It just depends on what's happening, and like Comic Con this year, I definitely was coming because of this panel, but then I couldn't make the other 2 days because of other things that got in the way, like this bloody stag do, which didn't happen. So I was like, oh, I could have gone, but never mind. And then we went to Paris. I went to Disneyland Paris. Who here has been to a? Thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you, Janine. Is that how I Jui? Jui? Jui?
Janine.
Um, who is who has been to a Disney experience? Has anyone been to a Disneyland or a Disney parks or um, anything like that?
I have never been.
Iris Loverman has been. Yes. 202 has never. Oh, you live in Paris. Yes. So you go yearly. Okay, so you go yearly. So what time of year do you like to go? Is there a particular time that you all think that is a nice time to go to a? Bebzel's been to the Paris one. That's the one we went to. Florida. I would like to do that. I'd love to go to Florida. I was doing a Google of the best Disney parks because I just wanted to know, but also I was like, where does the one that I'm going to rate in the list? And it's high, but there's the one that everyone was talking about was Tokyo Sealand. Apparently, that is stunning. I was looking at pictures of it. It's like, I'm not a Disney chaser. I'm not someone who would like go on holiday just to go to the Disney parks. But I'd been to Disneyland Paris with my parents when I was younger. We did 2 Christmases there. One was like a winter thing, and then the other one we were actually there on Christmas Day and Christmas Eve, which was so magical. When you're a little child, and the magic of it all was just amazing. So I was really really excited about going and taking my boyfriend Link, who was in the chat. His brother's family, his brother and sister-in-law, their 9-year-old and 2.5-year-old turning 3. So like that kind of 2.5, 3 is perfect age when the magic is starting to manifest, and there's everything does seem magical when you're a child. You're right, 202, it does, and so we were like, great, it's kind of not yet peak season, although it's actually half term for us. So, but it was lovely. It was nice. It was really nice to be there with people, but it did rain the entire time.
That's rough.
And like Link said, which was absolutely right. Oh, I realised that usually when it rains, you run to shelter or you try and hide, but when you're out and trying to make the most of everything, you just let yourself get soaked. And a poncho,
Yeah.
and it was like just a measly bit of plastic. A poncho cost €13 and €10 for a child. So, like, you're already on that. They must have made a fortune just on ponchos. So it was that bit was, and like we turned up at the beginning and it was fine. And it was nice, and I was like, "Oh wow, magical! This is exciting! Great, great, great!" And then we were there for an hour, and we were in the queue for a ride, the Indiana Jones ride, and then it just chucked it down, and it didn't stop. It was a mixture of that fine rain that soaks you through, as we say in the UK, which is true. We have that kind of drizzle light. It's almost like the rain is just circling. It's just all rather than falling, so you just feel like you're getting wet. Or it's kind of chucking it down. It was mainly the first one, and and our little 2-year-old gorgeous gorgeous niece is going through her terrible twos era, and she is absolutely
goodness.
nightmare. Like, she's gorgeous when she's gorgeous and awful when she's awful. It's the kind of child that when you're walking through a supermarket and you see that child or hear them, you go like, "Oh, but we're not with them." Like, it's that kind of. So when you're with that child, it's like, oh, you know. So, which you know, like the rides were nice. The queues are very long. Is that kind of thing like when the rain is there? That's when you just focus on all the negatives. It's hard to see the positives. Like, the queues were long, the food was bad and very expensive.
Yeah, because it just highlights everything.
It does, yeah. Like and there was a moment I was just like, I'm so over it. But then the rain stopped and the parade came out, and you got all the Disney characters, and that was like, oh my god, you know, it's so cool. And seeing all the all the Disney characters, and seeing the look on our niece's face, just her eyes just kind of lighting up, and when like Elsa is waving to her and she's like, that was just like heartwarming, so lovely to hear that. So yeah, it was, and then then this moment happened. So on who's my favorite Disney character? Good question. Everyone else, who is your favorite Disney character? I personally have always been a villain lover. I've always loved the villains.
Oh,
Yeah, and
yes.
I think it's something to do with they're so camp. They're always really camp.
They're very camp.
They're very camp, and I resonate with that. I'm not sure why, but I do. But that I would say when I grew up. It's like, even from the age of 3, Cruella de Vil was my favourite character.
That's so funny.
And there are videos of me at the age of fucking 3 with a white towel as a fur coat. Sooty. Do you know anyone Sooty? He's like he's a hand puppet, and he's got a magic wand. I had Sooty's magic wand as the cigarette, and my dad had made this cardboard cutout of Cruella's face. And I had like drawn, pencil it in, and so I had it in my thing. And I'm walking through, like, and I had a speech impediment, so I'm like, "Where the puppies? Where the puppies?" Like this.
It's a little ironic now, considering that you play Scratch.
I know. So I must have had an affinity with puppies. Or dogs, but it seems that as I've grown older, I've gotten more protective of them, maybe.
It's a little scary to say you have an affinity with them.
Yeah, I know. Rye Fox says favorite is Megara. I love Meg. Meg is great.
Meg's great.
Oh my god, I love the animation in that film. I love it. But I went
beautiful.
I went out of Cruella de Vil, and then it was Maleficent. Love Maleficent. Love like that. But you know what I love about the villains, which I think I've probably said in another stream, but we're all about repeating ourselves here, is I love how flawed the villains are. I love that they're not perfect. And obviously the thing about the villain is that they fall into their flaw rather than overcome it. But I love that there's a flaw to them. I think Frollo from Hunchback of Notre Dame, I think is the best villain. I think he's the best written villain because he's so fundamentally flawed, but can't see the flaw in himself, and he's convinced that he's a good person. That's what kind of makes him bad. It's what?
Jolly, look at Jolly did not write anything in chat that you have to read. Don't worry.
Enjoyed Frollo.
Ah,
See, Russica said it as well. Enjoyed Frollo if only for the excellent song. The song is so epic, and all the kind of religious um, imagery, and it's that kind of I can't possibly be the villain because I'm righteous. So it kind of excuses everything I do. Hi, Mandy Player One. Hello, first time chat. Thanks for joining.
it's
Nice for you to join. Hello.
it's also that the fact that like a lot of, so it's not just like the that depth that they have, that complexity that they have there, but it's also the fact that a lot of them, they could genuinely view themselves like there's a genuine point that some of them have. Like I've always said to people, Maleficent didn't do anything wrong
No, she
because
wasn't invited. She's bitter.
she wasn't invited,
Yeah, okay,
and
but then
that's
she
such a
did
slap in the
curse. Okay,
face.
but she did curse a baby who'd just been born to die.
You know
So
what? I
that's
would.
like she did not
She
do
didn't curse her
anything
to
wrong.
die. She
She
didn't curse her to die.
Yes, she did. And one of the fairies then said, "Oh no, she'll go to sleep and she'll be woken up." So she did. She was wrong. I would argue
I
that the
mean,
ordering the like casting a spell to kill a baby is wrong. So you need to check yourself.
I'm fine. I'm fine.
um, yeah, but I do, yeah.
Exactly. See what Sui says? The terrible truth, though.
Wrong lever. Yeah, but reining ourselves in before we get I don't know
This is all jokes,
removed.
besties.
Yeah.
We don't need to be cancelled.
No.
Okay, I promise.
Um, I think that I do think the villains are pretty epic. So yeah, so I was going to say this story. So on the second day, it was pouring it down with rain. We'd been out in the cold and all like miserable, and the mum had taken the niece, and they were on a pram and going out, and it was chucking it down, and we'd all begrudged getting ponchos because they were so expensive. So, and they'd gone to get coffees, and she was juggling an umbrella and all this stuff, and our little niece, she had this little Disney backpack with little crayons and stuff in it, and she decided that was the time in the pouring rain, getting soaked while they were all cold and miserable, to get her little nail polish kit out and order her mum to do her nails,
Oh
paint her
no.
nails in the pouring rain. And like, it's like the kind of the irrationality of it. And the mum was like, "No, I'm not doing that. It's chucking it down. I'm cold. I'm miserable." And she would not have it, and it was, "You said no."
Oh my
Like,
goodness.
yeah. So anyway, so we'd had this thing of, I know it's funny. It's funny that like a child would be like, "How dare you
Yeah.
not paint my nails in the pouring rain?" But it's like, so I'd had this moment. I was like, I'm done with it. I can't do this like miserableness. So I booked us all tickets to go to Animagique, which is a show at the Disney park. And it was a show that I had gone to when I was a child, so I was delighted to see that it's still on, because it's basically like a Fantasia. The story is basically Mickey Mouse and his sorcerers, and his master the sorcerer orders him to clean, and as he's trying to clean, he basically activates objects in this magical room that open up like portals or whatever, and we see little snippets from different films, from different Disney movies, so they can obviously swap them in and out whenever, like when new movies are out. But that was amazing. Like the if anyone has seen the Lion King musical, they show the animals through puppetry a lot of the time, and that kind of thing they used in the show, and they had, and the moment you hear the Let It Go music, all the mums and the little kids are like, "Oh my god!" But that was amazing, and it was amazing because it was the first time all 8 of us, were in the same space together, just enjoying something, and B, the show was great itself. The performance was great. Massive respect to the dancers and to the singers and to the costume characters, but also seeing the delight on little niece's face as she's watching the, like, that is
Oh,
the kind of thing that affirms magic to a child. Seeing like people appear from nowhere and things fly around and the lights, and that was so heartwarming to see. That was like, I loved it. Loved seeing that. Yeah, I mean, people who've seen Fantasia, you'll relate to that. Um, we went to Disneyland Paris in Christmas the year Frozen was released, and they projected Let It Go on the Palace. Cool. That is cool. Yeah, I mean, we saw that because in the evening you do a fireworks show and a light show on the palace, but that was amazing to see the Let It Go on it. So we were discussing it would be great to go again when she's maybe a bit older, maybe she's like 6 or 7, and then we can take her to like at Christmas maybe, and then there's all the magic of it. And when I was 6, 7, my grandmother gave me and my brother this magic powder, which you sprinkle outside where you're staying, and it glitters so that the reindeer know where you are, so they know to land, because obviously you're not at home. So it's like, how is Santa going to know where we're going to get it? So my grandmother gave us that powder, and so that, which is, those kind of things. It's like
it's
the magic of
little magics, right?
yeah. It's that kind of thing is very sweet. So yeah.
So my mom used to do this thing where she would talk to us as our favorite stuffed animals for whatever reason, and like the thing is, it was really weird because obviously, like when you're a kid, that stuff, it is very like you believe it straight away, right?
Yeah.
But it's when you get older, like there were a couple, like when I got older, definitely I distinctly remember when my mom would talk through my stuffed animal. I obviously knew it's like, yeah, that's just you, mom. But for whatever reason, because I made an attachment with these stuffed animals so bad, whenever my mom would use that as that little trick on me to like either get me to do something or to like make me feel bad about something, it still worked despite the fact that I knew it was my mom.
I know. It's like the magic of childhood, isn't it? It's
Yeah,
because like I think there's an expectation in a lot of adults to have to lock away. You have to be an
yeah,
adult, you have to function, you can't like childish things and all that, and like that's the magic of gaming, that's the magic of
mm-hmm.
tabletop and D&D and role play and all that kind of stuff, and books and movies. But that kind of stuff of the interactive nature is great, because it really, I think it's that kind of reconnect with play and make believe. It's not a
Yeah,
childish thing, it's a human thing to want to escape, and that's how we understand parts of us. I don't know, like we
it's
when I was at Lambda, my drama school, our
mm-hmm.
last play that we put together was a device piece, and my group, we got together, and I said, what would childhood Sean say about the cake and the squirrel?
I was just reading that.
I actually would be mortified as a child. Listen, Dean, you gotta let it go. It's dead. It's also not
sing
real.
the song of death for it.
It's dead. It's dead. The squirrel is dead. Sorry, Beth. Sorry, Beth. The squirrel is dead.
Yeah, actually, Danta said they're not one for stuffed animals, but they have one from when they were born, and that's named Skippy. My um first stuffed animal that I ever got was one that I apparently attempted to shoplift from a store as a child.
Oh my gosh.
Because I didn't have the concept of I started my life of crime very early. Um, but I basically just grabbed this store off the shelf and would not let it go.
You realise this is being recorded, so people are gonna,
okay.
people are gonna be coming after you.
They haven't caught me yet.
You just given a live confession. So
they already know I did it. I've been on the run for years.
Listen, you can rat other people out, but ratting yourself out? Like, come on.
I have to take, ownership of my crimes. Otherwise, how can I be notorious for them?
Home at last, Constance. Welcome. Hello.
But yeah,
um,
no, I stole I tried to steal this stuffed lamb when I was a child. And obviously my mom intervened, but she had to wait for me to fall asleep before I would let it go.
oh,
Um, and so I still have that lamb on. It's like it literally sits on my bed with me, and it's been there for years. But stuffed animals are one of the things that like sort of linger, don't they? Did you ever have any, Sean,
oh yeah,
as a child?
100%. I had a major, like, I remember the feeling of having to let them go when when my parents were like, "You've got too many, and we've got to," like, that kind of getting used to detach from things, which is important. It's an important part of growing up, I think. But it was mortifying, mortifying. And I used to like, imagine they could speak, and I used to even like I'd close my eyes and like go into a different world in my head and imagine a world that they'd be happy and happy as Larry. But so hi brother, because you're here and I'm gonna tell a story about you.
Cool.
um, my brother had uh, loved trains, loved Thomas the Tank Engine. Da da da
Mhm.
da 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 da. That's gonna trigger him. Um, so he loved trains, and he was obsessed with. He had like loads of toy trains, and he would go to sleep with them. And God damn it, you've been called out. and and my parents had to wait until he was asleep and then kind of wrestle the trains out from his arms because they're dangerous.
Aw.
They're like toy trains. And we went abroad, I think to like Menorca or somewhere. And I think it was on the way
Mhm.
back that they left the trains on the plane or something. And yeah, mortified. They had to get new ones. A stat.
Yeah, I still remember there were cases where I lost a toy. Like I had this little toy dog that I used to call Copper after I think the dog from Fox and the Hound, and it came with a little like toy kennel, and I would bring it. Like I would always pick a toy that I would bring wherever I would go.
Yeah.
There's like when I first started school, I used to bring my stuffed toys with me to school. Um, until like eventually my mom was like, "No, you can't keep doing this."
You know
But
what though?
Copper,
There is nothing wrong. Even as an adult, I think there's
yeah,
nothing wrong with bringing your favorite toy. It
I
gives
know.
comfort. It's like bringing your favorite pair of socks. Like it's like, oh, it just gives you a bit of. Anywhere I go abroad, I've got two pairs of like fluffy socks that are just I just like to bring them with me because I like that feeling of comfort. I'm like, oh,
I'm
it.
so sorry, Dean. So why did you have to remind me of the Fox and the
Oh my,
Hound? I'll be emotionally crippled
that
for
is an
several days
emotionally
now.
crippling film,
It
isn't it?
is. It
That is
is.
a yeah. Does anyone
Oh
have a
God, The Land
favorite?
Before Time too.
Yeah. Oh yes, yes.
The The Land Before Time. That one scene that made me. It's until today I cry my eyes out
Ms.
until they're
Loverman
sore.
says the older brother would throw away their toys when they annoyed him. Oh my
Oh my
goodness.
goodness.
Oh my goodness.
I have
Plushies. Yeah,
I
good.
have
You
a
bring your
bunch of
childhood
like
teddy
my.
everywhere. Good. So you should. So you should. You should
Yeah.
feel like that. If you want to, you do it. So I was saying. So we were doing. So we were doing this play at Lambda. Our last play.
Mhm.
I wanted to do something that was D&D related. But
Mhm.
I wanted because I was interested in the kind of theatrical nature of D&D and that it's in your mind. It's a world that you create in your imagination. But what would it look like to that it basically evolved into adults who did it as a child and it was something that they used to kind of escape their reality, but now they've gone into reality as adults and they become very like high functioning well-to-do adults. They've done
Mhm.
that by kind of forgetting their childhood and kind of leaving it behind in a similar way to like Stephen King's It, where
Mhm.
they go through this traumatic event when they're children, and then when they move away from that place, they forget it existed, and they almost forget about that place, and then it's only when they
Mhm.
return that it all comes flooding back. So they go away, and then they come back basically because of a loss, and in order to overcome that loss and grief and whatever, they reconnect with this game, but they don't play it again. They want one of them wants them to play it again, but they start talking about it, and through talking about the game, they start seeing it, and then we start seeing it, and then before long they're in the world and we're seeing this kind of live fantasy world that's kind of being recreated, but it's all told through like there's like crap all over the stage, there's like cardboard boxes and stuff, but these cardboard boxes then turn into puppetry and stuff, and it's like crap but also really magical because the wonderful thing about magic is that you forget what it is, and you think and you imagine what it's supposed to be.
Yep.
So like one of our cast who's amazing at handy stuff made a mimic out of a cardboard box that opens and made like teeth from like egg cartons and a
So
tongue from
cool.
a red sock, like a sock puppet, and
Mm-hmm.
it was so cool to see that, like that the magic of it. Yeah, like, you gotta love a good mimic. You got, but
You
it's
really do.
the magic of like you know that it's a cardboard box, but your brain goes, "Oh my god, like that's cool." And um, yeah, because like I don't know. I like immersive stuff that's also like I don't know. It doesn't feel that kind of stuff is like you can enjoy it for the sake of enjoying it, but there's also layers underneath it, and you can and it doesn't feel cringe to people who are going to be like uncomfortable with the idea of reconnecting with their childhood because they're going to connect with that.
Yeah.
So we didn't want it to be like I say this without being derogatory. We didn't want it to be like a play about wizards and elves. We wanted it to be a play about people who reconnect with a part of their childhood and their imaginative world and their and make belief and immersive, like that kind of thing. And it was really nice to like get so much positive reaction from it. And I want to do it again. I want to develop it and take it
That's
to like board game cafes and that kind of thing.
yeah.
But
That I think that's like the draw of D&D. I think for a lot of people still is that sense of play that is missing from a lot of our lives.
yeah,
There's not a lot of space. This is one of the things that I've talked about with people before is that there's not a lot of space in, I guess, an adult world for adult play. And
no,
this goes not just for like imaginative play, but even like physical play, like playgrounds and things like that.
yeah,
You've got all these things that you
yeah,
enjoy as a kid,
yeah.
that basically at some point somebody just tells you, oh, you're too old for that, which never made sense to me as somebody who was incredibly neurodivergent, where I would be watching cartoons or something, and at one point my parents would be like, oh, aren't you a little too old for cartoons? And I was like,
Oh,
no, they're fun, they're like, I
yeah.
like watching them.
Hmm.
Until today I watch cartoons, they're one of my favorite things to watch.
As you should.
um,
As you should.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's nice, and some of the cartoons out there, like the thing is that people forget that cartoons have depth to them. Just because
Yeah.
they're catered towards children doesn't mean that they don't have depth
Yeah,
and
but they're
lessons and
catered towards children, but they're written by adults. So that you know they
exactly.
are. You're always writing for a part of yourself before you write for other people. You know, you always create something because it gives you joy. It's like there's no point in a
Yep.
comedian writing something if they don't find it funny. So it's the same as like yeah, Bluey. I mean, I think you're right. We start to age when we cease to play. Can't
Yep.
stance. That is
I
so
agree.
true. I like because I think children learn best at play. You know, like kids doing, you know, like the first years of teaching is you know like reception year or kindergarten year or Montessori. Or,
Hmm.
it's usually play based because it's the social
Yep.
interaction and that kind of thing. And the moment you start kind of restricting it to that kind of Victorian esque in rows of tables and chairs with textbooks, which I understand is important. That's the point when people don't want to learn, and then and you're right. That's when they
Yeah.
start to grow up. Um, yeah, so it's I think it's nice to like engage with different worlds, and I mean, and I feel so privileged to be able to do that for a job. But I also think it's I also see it as important. I see like the work that we do, regardless of what you do. If you're like whatever you do, I find that it's like love the stuff that you're doing, and I don't know like being an actor is about the creating immersive work for people to be a part of and to be involved in, and that's what I talk about to any students who are out there who have worked with me. I talk about the imaginative world and like painting the picture, because it's like you can't you can't immerse someone else in it if you don't believe in it. You know, it's got to be yeah. um The gamer in you has made you age slower, Rob Chu. Yes. Good.
Yeah.
That's good. Yes, absolutely. Also, first time chat. Hello, Rob Chu. Hello. Um, yeah, I mean, you
Will
know,
you watch party?
I think, yeah, I think we're getting very philosophical, and I'm enjoying it. But I appreciate that we want to be gaming a bit as well. So before,
Speaking of play,
yeah, before we jump into it, I so. Obviously, we've got our Discord up and running now, which is awesome. So, hello everyone who's been in there, and thank you for joining it. One of the great things about it is, for me, is that I want to like start playing some other stuff as well. So I want to continue Baldur's Gate, and I want to look at some other stuff, and I'm kind of working out whether I want to do something old or something new. The link is there. Go join, go join.
there you go.
I'm just figuring out whether I want to do something old, something new, and yeah. So there's a feedback section in the Discord, and I'm going to open it up to suggestions. To whether because I've got some ideas. I've got some kind of older game ideas and some new game ideas. One of the old game ideas that I bounced in the very first stream was Psychonauts and Psychonauts 2, and some other things as well. But also, I'm going to start doing some sub community hangouts as well. I'm going to start doing that as well. So I mean old games as in games that aren't out now. So the games that haven't been released today. So like my thing I don't know, things that I connected with as a child. You know, PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2,
The Rugrats
the
game.
the Rugrats game, that kind of thing. Like I'd be totally be up for replaying. And then also in some point in the near future, I'm gonna start doing some, I don't know, some kind of multiplayer stuff as well. So yeah, go join the Discord, and yeah, let's have a chat about it and see what the consensus is, because yeah, it'd be nice for us all to, like, you know, what you like to, other than Baldur's Gate. I know we're all like Baldur's Gate, Baldur's Gate, Baldur's Gate, Baldur's Gate, but other than that, like, yeah, it'd be cool to know what kind of stuff you like to watch and play, and then we can, you know, play it together and that kind of thing. Would be cool. Phasmo, it's a good idea.
Some multiplayer horror games.
Yeah, some multiplayer horror games, Phasmo. Yeah, I'd be up for discussing some. Oh yeah, some horror games. Alien Isolation, yes. Yeah, so thank you, Dantas Stratus. That is yeah, that's a nice compliment for everyone here. Great chat, everyone. Yeah, so we're gonna, yeah, I want it to feel like a good hangout, good space. That's
Shouts out to chat for keeping the vibes really cool.
really,
too.
yeah,
You guys are
absolutely.
awesome.
Thank you. I can't, yeah, I can't express how much I appreciate the good vibes. It makes it worth doing. It makes it worth hanging out with people. So yeah, cool. So let's get into some gaming. Because we need to do that at some point. So I'm gonna.
Let's
Oh,
take a
Sabe,
look
how
at
do you
it.
do
There
with
we
horror
go, set up.
games?
Oh, how do I do it horror games?
Yeah.
We'll find out.
Oh.
It'll be fine. I'm so brave and definitely not scared of things.
So what you're saying is that we need to put you alone in a game and make you
No,
play it.
I I've done this once before, and like, I need y'all to know that my heart rate went from like 60 to 100.
Oh no!
Jump scare.
Oh no! So this is a new setup now. So can I just check volume if this is too loud? The game, can you hear me properly, or do I need to
Okay,
turn this down?
Let me listen as well.
It sounds a bit loud to my ears, actually. You hear me fine?
I think it's all right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, fine. If it's loud to you, you can lower your volume in game itself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I so we play content warning sometimes with some of the mods, and so that's a little bit like Phasmo or like I guess Lethal Company, and I can play, but the moment that it's left to just me or if I'm alone, I will immediately run for safety and abandon everyone else.
Oh shit.
Just putting
Well,
that
you're
out
not
there.
coming
Like,
along then.
don't expect me to be a hero.
We have there's Phasmophobia. If anyone's played it, there's it's like I guess people call it a cozy horror game because it's with friends and it's fun. But Link, my partner, had a habit of staying in the van for the whole thing, and it's like, oh, I'm going to help with the van. I'm going to help with the van, and then it's the realization is, oh, because you're actually like doing the actual thing, which is fine. But then there's only 3 people. Yeah, cozy when you play Phasmo and then scream. Exactly. I think that's Link's idea. It's like
Susan said, I'm the only one who survived in the box. I'm the only one who would survive in a horror movie because some nonsense would happen. I'd be like, no,
she'd be like, I'm out.
here.
Yeah, I'm not going into
Y'all.
that basement. I'm not going into the darky spooky corner. No, thank you. Like, oh, the light switch isn't working. Fine, I won't go in. Rather than like, I'm gonna go to the back.
I'm moving the house. I'm moving house. Bye.
The moment they hear something creaking under the bed and they look under, I'm like, oh. Also, why would you look under that slowly as well? Oh no!
It's so bad. It's like, or like the animals will be freaking out or something, and I'm just like, absolutely not. It's like they go into a house, they open a house, and they're like, oh, what happened here? It's like this mother like killed all her children and her husband, and but it's like 50% off, and I'm like, oh god, okay.
But have fun. Like, yeah, she haunts these walls, and the walls will ooze green slime. Have
like,
fun.
It's like, oh, the walls ooze green slime, and the doors slam at night. It's like, oh my god, but that garden view though.
Also, if anyone knows the reference to walls will ooze green slime, you get points. You get imaginary.
The lights will flicker
on and off. The walls ooze green slime. Oh wait, they always do that.
The hash
yes,
slinging,
Dentist Ratters.
The mash flinging.
The hash slinging slasher.
Well, do you know it's a horror game that I'm kind of hyped for? It's a game called Zoocosis that's coming up. Oh. That's going to be interesting when it releases.
In what way?
It's you play as a zookeeper, and there's this monster that infects the animals and turns them into these horrible versions of them. And you have to like take care of all the regular animals while also like trying to figure out a cure for these mutants that are like running around the zoo trying to kill you and the other animals.
Be over.
Oh my god.
The rituals almost.
Well, so okay, so question for someone in the chat. I think it's Constance. The Cat Lady. That's a game that. What was that like? Has anyone else played that as well? Has anyone else heard of it?
No.
So I'm looking for kind of. It's surreal. Oh, Dean likes it. Dean likes the Cat Lady.
There was another game.
Hellblade, yeah. Yeah. I love like 100.
Oh, thank you for the biddies, Rose.
Oh, thank you. Thanks, Rose. Perfect for the idea that we're starting. Okay, great.
Yeah, Devour's pretty good. I played Devour as well. That's another multiplayer one. There's the multiplayer horror games that I've played are like Devour, Pacify, Phasmo. Those are all really good.
Yeah.
I don't want blood on my hands.
There exists a video somewhere of me playing Pacify.
So that's what you want.
And the ghost shows up in the room that I'm in, and I completely threw off my headphones and covered my face.
Not again.
A more unsettling. Okay. Okay. Oh yeah, I really like this guy's voice.
I asked you to leave. Staying will only disrupt the balance of this grove.
I love it because, as I said before, this is the point when like no one had any references to what the game would actually sound like. So I feel like the voice is really eclectic at this point, and I love it because I feel like you're never gonna hear that voice ever again in the game or anywhere else, and I love it. It's
This
brilliant.
is like your handsome druid.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And he talks like that, and it's like no.
What will you people want next? Letting the Hellchild go was a mistake.
I like him as well. He's like, love to hate him. Fallen plaque.
The towers
Voice is giving,
seized,
I
the
lost my
battle
allergy, but
done.
it's real.
The moonrise broke the darkest one. You recognize the mark of the dark goddess Shar on the broken helmet.
Welcome in, jellyfish.
This army marched in her name.
Hello.
Moonrise must be a reference to Shar's divine sister, Saluna.
Oh my gosh. Japan tag. Dusseldorf. Spent lots of money on the Has Been Hotel prints. Oh. Do you know what's really interesting? What I like, obviously, I love the first time playing a game. I love that, of course. But I then like playing it again, and when you know so much of the context, then you go, oh, this makes more sense now. Okay. I like that feeling.
In darkest hour, a concord made, twixt harp and wild against the shade. Harp and wild. A riddle to some, but you understand the meaning immediately. The druids turn to the harpers for help. Unusual for such a territorial group.
Unusual, eh?
They're antisocial, actually, so yeah, it's kind of weird.
True.
By claw
I'm
and
just
tooth
interested to
from
see what
root to
mayhem we're going to
thorn,
get up to
the
this
old
stream.
oak's grove
Huh?
to wildlings sworn.
I'm just interested to
The
see the
mural
mayhem we're
shows
going to get up to
druids
this
claiming
stream.
the grove in
I
the
know.
name of the old oak,
I
Sylvanas,
feel like
god
I
of
can't
nature.
tell where you're going to go.
Neither can I. Neither can I. I love that sometimes it feels very calm. We've had a very zen chat so far. Who knows where this is going to go. Have I missed any plaques? I don't think I have I?
Oh, are you missing someone, Sean?
Oh, Shadowheart. Oh, she's outside. Oh, we'll leave her. Oh no, let's go get her. Shadow. Wait.
LV Kitty was just like,
Oh my god. What?
gee. Oh,
She's ungrouped. Oh, you would check if Shadowheart has something to say about the moon. Oh no. If I missed something important.
she's all the way back.
Oh.
Is this the one? That's the area where you let out that very interesting scream.
Oh yeah. Ah! Not doing that again. Come on, Shadowheart. Come on. La 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 la. That's her running.
What's your mother-in-law?
She has a beautiful singing voice. La 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 la.
She's got a voice for memory.
There is an episode. Oh, go get SpongeBob again. There's an episode of SpongeBob where he's dreaming and he goes into everyone's dreams and he goes into Squidward's and becomes his clarinet. And he's like, "Oh, play me!" And so then Squidward plays SpongeBob as a clarinet and it comes out like this, and everyone around him is like, "Oh my god, it's beautiful! It's the best thing I've ever had." It's so ludicrous. Also, I love it because it's
That's exactly
awful
what I
and it's
said.
far better than anything Squidward could ever do. It's I love it.
Like I remember the fact that somebody said, like, people were saying like the reason that Squidward sucks so bad at clarinet is because of the fact that he has no fingers to cover the holes properly.
So true. That's so hard to do. Okay, we're all back together again.
Somehow you made me think of Monty Python, especially Terry Jones as Old Lady.
Yes.
All's well that ends. Not as bad as it could have.
Not as bad as it could have. Okay, let's try this again and see if anything else is said.
A victory.
Shush. No? Okay.
That mural.
Oh.
They look like Dark Justiciars.
Oh, do they?
Oh, how would you know that?
Yeah.
Darkest hour, a concord. You
Very
surmise that the
interesting.
druids allied with the harpers.
Oh, I
A
don't know.
formidable
This is the
force.
most. Okay. And then any more? We got a wild plaque.
That's what
Forest
grows in my
rose with
mouth.
claw and tooth to tear the darkness from its roots. The mural depicts druid and beast fighting together to drive monsters from their land. It looks like they were victorious, and yet the monsters have returned.
Oi, no. Oi.
Of course, Gale's inspired, you nerd.
Fresco shows the group of druids.
You said that already. Nothing to say? Nothing? Nothing? Okay. How's this for a calming voice for your lovely Sunday Twitch? How's this? Should I continue to speak like that? Nice calming Sunday afternoon.
You have to match your energy and do more.
You speak like that.
Oh, leave me.
Oh,
I
talk to her.
detest the
Okay.
smell of sulfur.
Okay.
You see, oh, he was
The
smelling.
Blade of Frontiers. Let's
No.
hope Will lives
Oh,
up to
those
his name.
murals in the grove.
We'll need all the help we
Something
can
about
get.
them seemed to catch your eye.
What can I say? They were eye-catching.
Oh.
Consider me an art lover.
I don't believe it.
Can we kill this racist druid? No one will notice if we're back in this room.
We could do. Shall I do it?
Oh. I don't know. It's entirely up to you. What would itch do?
Should we kill him?
Where did he go?
Let's do a poll while he's on his way. Kill him or leave him.
Goodness. All right.
I don't want blood on my hands.
I'm gonna. I have
I don't
to
want blood on
wait
my
for
hands.
this.
Do we have blood on our hands?
To kill a bunch of Philistines.
I don't want to kill anyone, but I won't let this grove be harmed. Not again.
We're asking whether we're going to kill this horrible elf who is nasty and wants all the tieflings dead or gone. Kill it.
Okay. All right. Oh.
Stabby, stab, stab. Sneaky little murder in the back room. Nobody minds.
It's not letting me put the poll up.
Oh.
Very strange. It said service error.
Okay, I feel like most people have said murder is good. So, Katerina Piani says murder is fun. Kill him. Do it. Do it. Okay.
Do the roar.
Do the roar. Cool. Let's have Lazel do it. Because I think she would enjoy it.
How are we planning this?
Oh, we're not. Save. Okay.
Are you gonna close the door?
I've closed it. I've closed it.
Your actions have not gone unnoticed. If they persist, it seems they will not go unpunished.
He's
There
dead.
you go. You know what you're gonna do now, right?
Oh,
No one's stopped me yet.
excuse me. I don't need you crowding my performance, thank you.
He was like, "It's my show and my show alone." Oh no, a terrible accident. He fell onto the sword.
are dead, you are dead, you little druid, you. You are dead. Not so cocky now, are you? You little fucking elf, you poo. You are dead.
So that was our rendition of Markarill's song, Markarill's swong song. Swong song. Markarill's swong song.
The song song.
Oh, encore. Okay, fine.
A song. A swong song.
Ready?
You're dead. You're dead.
I can actually sing.
Yes.
I can't do no. That's enough.
So we need to get rid of the evidence, though.
Still
Where's
breathing.
that?
Oh,
Despite everything.
fine.
Eager for
No?
battle.
We're not gonna pick him up and carry him around?
Can we
Nothing happened here.
There are important matters to discuss.
Bring him back to camp real quick.
where should we put him? We should have like a trophy room.
We should. Put him like right at the camp.
Let's
Or who's, you know what? You know who needs
Astarion
to
maybe?
pin down a peg? No, I think
Oh.
like Astarion actually hits things.
But Astarion
think
likes
he
to
needs to-
feed on people.
Does he feed on dead people?
Oh, true. I might.
You gotta put it.
Well,
Sure.
Lae'zel would do it here, in front of Shadowheart.
Yes, I think that's a good idea actually.
Make haste. I would have words with you.
I love how Itch thinks he can only sing over corpses, so he has to keep making them.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it's in front of hers as well. To be fair, I don't really want any of that. So
This is the equivalent of trophy hunting.
yeah.
Like, yeah, I'm not really gonna use any of these cards, but it was kind of cool to kill him.
What to
Yeah.
do?
He deserved it. We all said he was going to do it. He's going to die. So, and to be fair, he is
Is
awful.
life but
So.
a waking death, or not this one,
What does Withers want to talk to you
nor
about?
this one, and this one are less worthy
Oh, I know,
still.
it's the hirelings. Okay, I'm gonna go be right back. I'm going to the bathroom.
What are you doing? Less worthy still, more riddles from my resident jester.
I riddle thee not. I speak only what requires telling. Beyond mortal
Beyond
realms, there doth
mortal
exist an amalgamation of spirits akin to thine own, ensnared by the treacherous cult of the Absolute
I love his voice.
in its name. They bear great discontentment with their destiny.
Destiny.
For a mere pittance of coin, I might summon the worthiest among them to lend aid to thy undertaking.
Hi, Kira. Hello. Yeah, we had a lovely long chat at the beginning. We were talking about all things Disney and Comic-Con and cats and all sorts. So now we're on to killing people. So we killed I can't remember what his name is already. Mikarel.
Markaril.
Markaril. Sorry. Markaril.
We killed that racist guy.
Yes, we did. Yes, the prick. So we killed him, and he's dead, obviously, so killed him. Then we sang a song, not my finest one, and then we brought him back to camp as a little trophy.
We sang 2 songs.
We sang 2 songs. Oh, 1.5 maybe. 1.5.
Yeah.
A little ditty with our fluty. Are these hirelings? Will they be joining me willingly?
Most willingly, forsooth. Their
People
passions
die
doth
when
run
they are
deep
killed.
for what hath been
I'm
wrought
just
upon
have you
them.
ever seen the two llamas like Carl?
Oh yeah, can't. Yeah, yeah.
I'm just imagining like that's like just I don't know Gail yelling at me. It's like this is it.
Carl.
I've explained this to you.
Oh, okay, Twirly. Also, I have also never done it either. So, can we please discuss what is the benefit of having a hireling, of getting a hireling, if we've already got people in our camp? If we've already got people to use, what's the benefit of getting hirelings instead of
The party? I think it's just other classes that the companions may not have, and like respecing them into classes that might be different, I guess. I think hireling is when you're dirge and murder all your friends.
Maybe, yeah. Fair enough. Do you think I can trust these cultists?
Suspicion always haunts the guilty mind.
So he's calling us
My
guilty.
services are all
I
that I
don't know
can
what
do.
you mean.
What thou wilt do with them is for thee to undertake.
Oh, Irina!
Oh, hello. Cypher.
Raider.
Hello, come in. Welcome.
Shout out on.
Hello.
That shout out work.
Oh, you can use the remove party limit mod and get some hirelings for an insanely huge group. That's cool. That's cool. Are they doing? They are doing mods, aren't they? For the PS5. Yeah. Are they? Are they? Hello, everyone. Hello. Thank you, Cypher. Hi, Cypher. And hello, lovely raiders. Welcome. Come on in. Get yourselves a cup of tea. We've just killed someone and brought them back to our camp as a nice little trophy, which is nice. I am well, thank you, Loudon Kerry. How are you? How is everyone? Yeah, you missed the funeral. It was great. It was a great little song. This guy, remember this guy? This irritating twat.
He's kind of racist.
Yeah. Oh, thank you so much for the sub, Rob Chew. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. For everyone who's just joined, we have a lovely Discord going as well, which started a couple of days ago. Oh, it's on the Discord. Great. So anyone who missed it, you can go and have a look. This guy, he's one of the people in the Druid Grove in the inside bit with Korga, and he's awful. And he wants all the tieflings to die, and he's on Korga's side well and truly. He needs no persuasion. So we have gotten rid of him. He's dead. Sorry.
Yeah, we walked up to him, and the first thing he said was like, "You smell like farts." Or something.
He did. He said, I'm not used to the smell of sulfur.
Yeah,
What?
I'm sick of the smell of sulfur, and I'm like, you know what? Maybe you should be sick of yourself. Then.
Yes, I think I think the itch bathes. I think he does, despite his name. I think he does. What he bathes in, I'm not sure, but he definitely bathes. Okay, so we're here over the nice little splatter of on the floor.
Didn't recognize him folded up on the ground.
Crumpled is the word, isn't it? The blood of his enemies. That's exactly right. Exactly right.
That's jam. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh. Okay. Let's continue. Let's continue. So we are looking for. Nothing to see here. Nothing to see. Hello. Oh, that's me. He's back. Hello.
Oh, my saviour. I wish you could have visited in better times.
Oh no, India, no need to bring that back. No. Yes, happy Pride Month, everyone. Yes, 'tis a good month. It's a good month to be alive.
Excellent month to be alive.
Yeah.
that one can live. He was nice. Chat's getting kind of bloodthirsty. Because when we first started, like I think the first time we were about to like someone, chat was a little bit like, no, don't, like, oh.
Yeah.
And now chat's kind of like, you know, this one.
Kill this one, kill that one. Yeah.
Nice.
It's fun. I like it. I'm just gonna shut this one as well, just in case.
Just in case. Look how the wolves in there.
Nearly done. Please. I'm resting.
Oh. Someone took a chunk out of you. What happened?
The bird says nothing, trying to rest.
Hello?
Big dog. Null. I got too close.
Got too close.
I mean,
Where did you see these gnolls?
Hills. Near. Road.
What road?
The bird lapses into silence, her head lolling to the side.
Prod her again.
She lies limply on the table,
oh my god.
completely still.
Oh no!
Our second.
Oh
murder.
no! Oh, that one hit me in the feels. No! He's dead! No! That one can't be dead. It's a little birdie.
Well.
What? Shadowheart?
My faith
Excuse me,
protects
come on. Do something. Oh, no.
Still have some more blood in the stores.
This is where we're gonna find
No blue leaves.
the reload. It's not for a person. It's for a bird.
Oh no.
Eat the bird.
What? The poor little birdie.
Like, walking in just in time to watch that happen.
Oh, well, I guess it's more for the trophy room.
Oh.
That is sad though. Poor little
You
birdie.
can put on the campfire.
That's true. We could have some. Yeah, this chicken nugget. Oh, Faerun fried birdie.
Poor thing. She fought as hard as she could.
And everyone
It's the best any of us can do, I suppose.
that is outside the battle.
What was it you
What
needed?
have we done so far?
What was it? Healing, like you did for that one. Sorry. I'm looking for Nettie.
You found her.
Oh,
I
did
still
I?
don't know what she can do for you.
I hear Halzin's the best healer around. Not you.
You and every other soul here.
I
can
did. I
help with
poked the
something
bird.
wrong.
I poked him twice.
I'm no Master Halson, but I can manage.
Didn't mean to poke him that hard. I'll take whatever I can get. Heal
Come
me.
here. Let's have a look at you.
Faster, heal me.
You seem healthy enough. A bit
I think Itch
tired
can't
around
help
the
but like
eyes,
pout
maybe.
when he knows someone's looking at him. He's like,
He's giving them the smolder.
makes the bird. Your husband said it was the bird's own fault for messing on the car. Oh, yeah, karma, isn't it? Is it this? It wasn't the same bird though. It's not that you hate one bird, so you kill another in its place. That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, yes it does. To Itch it does.
No, I'm not killing Scratch. No.
It's just like a life for a life.
Okay. A bit tied around the eyes, maybe. Yes, more than tired. Something crawled into my eye.
Crawled in?
Some sort of bug? Or...
Wait.
I love
did
her
it
eyes
look like a
widen there.
tadpole?
Wait.
But from your worst nightmare? All slime, teeth, and tentacles.
That's the one.
165 of me petitioning for Sean to just revoice every character in Baldur's Gate 3.
I'm already doing it. Listen, this is all going on YouTube, so you can cut, paste, do whatever you like with it. Mod? No, don't mod it. But you know, I'll be all the Baldur's Gate people. Sorry, Neil. Sorry, Neil. How I don't. Maybe there are many Neils. Sorry, Neil. Sorry, Neil. Sorry, Neil. Sorry, Neil.
It's just our secret project where it's a mod that replaces all the voice lines, which is your voice.
What other kinds are there? It's not like a frog hopped in my eye.
That's a serious condition. Come, follow me.
Yeah, exactly. Next is mod. Sean replaces every character.
In Brummy accents. Oh no. Don't want to do it all in a Brummy accent, no. You imagine scratching it. Oh, hope you're keeping well, friend. Alright. Oh! Okay, going in here. Follow her, follow her, follow her. Quickly, quickly.
This one had the same problem as you.
It's
Attacked us in the
mod
woods
should
together
just be
with some
called
goblins.
All Sean.
Tadpole crawled out of his head soon after.
Drow and I have the same kind of parasite. Yes, I'm hoping for a less grave cure. Pardon the pun. A bloodhound. That is so true. The dog with the Brummy accent. You're right.
I'll do the best I can. I'm no Master Halson, mind. He'd have your
Funny,
tadpole
'cause I
out
think
like that.
It's like different accents
Still,
suiting different things. Like, can you?
we
If
have
I did
options.
the eagle in a Brummy
don't
accent,
have
it
to
would
be here
completely
for this.
change the
I
vibe
will
of the eagle,
remain.
wouldn't it?
I've a vested interest in the outcome.
I can't even
Alright.
imagine it.
Let's see what we can do.
Well, now you know what we're gonna do when we get there.
No. Because like, even when we came to recording it, I said, you know what, I feel like it's got a Scottish accent. I'm not sure why. And then I think it was Beth who was directing it, and she was like, the mother's done a Scottish accent as well. How weird is that? We're like, oh my god, there's something about the Eagles. They just have to be Scottish. They have to be. I see what we can do. Okay. Well, just hurry up and kill me. I don't have time to chat.
First things first.
So I love what Dean
Tell me,
said. I love how
have you noticed
Nettie
anything
is like,
unusual?
poor thing, she
Not
fought
just
about the
symptoms.
bird as if she didn't
Any
want
strange
to
events?
torture it in front of her.
Yeah, she fought you. She fought Itch. Poor thing. Okay, any strange symptoms, events. I can merge my mind with anyone else that's infected. I fell from a ship in the sky, but something caught me. It saved my life. An intellect devourer spoke to me as if I were one of its own. No, nothing strange. I just want it out of my head. No, I don't. No, I can imagine my mind with. Yes, I fell from the sky.
Protected from on high. Sounds
Yes,
like
that's
the
a
drow.
medical symptom. Yeah,
Master
I fell down,
Halson
but
said he
something
was
caught
tougher
me.
than he had any right to be. How'd you pick up the parasite? Halson was desperate to
How
find
did I
where
pick
all
up the
this was happening.
parasite? Well, you're asking a
Now
lot of
she
questions.
lasers out my eyes.
You're asking a lot of
course
questions.
I am. Lives are on the line, and not just yours. So tell me, where'd you get that
Really,
thing?
like if I had a parasite and I was explaining something to like a healer, I would just be so tempted to troll the hell out of them. I'd be like, last night, I farted and a full-grown cat like materialized out of the fart or something like that. You know, like just
Oh my
that's ridiculous. The ridiculous answer.
Dean says you're from Birmingham and noticed that they gave the dumbest zombie in Act 3 a Brummie accent. Guilty, because that's me. Oops. no. I don't know why I did that.
Dean is just like betrayed.
Listen, I grew up in Birmingham. Like, so it's not. I'm not like. I'm not shitting on Birmingham. Okay. I
You're not gonna be safe. You're not gonna be safe at the next game.
I was I was recording that with Neil Newburn. I think he was directing me on that one. And well, we actually used Birmingham because it doesn't have that much Birmingham representation in the game, and so I wanted something in it anyway. But there's like something about that kind of Dudley sound that like lends not the dumbness, but the like the slow lilt. It's got like a lilting quality to it, which I thought was quite nice. That would be good to add. And Neil is from Birmingham, so it was a good space to kind of work that out together, work out how that kind of manifests.
He's done his little accents as well on his stream too. But I have a question for you. Because you've obviously you played so many characters and you've been directed by, I guess, more than one person.
Yeah.
Who was your favorite to be directed by?
Beth.
Yeah.
Yeah. Beth is great. I love Beth. Yeah. I love a director that is free and like just lets you move and play and experiment and isn't too kind of prescriptive with stuff. I love that. Yeah, I love it. No, I know Brummy doesn't suit the American idea of fantasy, but hey, you know that I have noticed that there has been more Birmingham or more Midland stuff. Elden Ring has got some Brummy accents in it as well. If anyone has noticed that.
And you just said, and you still kicked her squirrel.
Doesn't okay? So Cypher says they don't know a Brummy accent. Okay, but maybe if you hear the accent, you'll maybe recognise that it's different, maybe, or would you go, oh, that sounds like Scottish? Because I know people have done that before. They're like, oh, are you Scottish? You're like, no. Why is it that if it's not English, it's Scottish? But to be fair, in England we have like different accents, town to town, street to street. So.
Yeah. I think a lot of the people who think of like a British accent, they're thinking of like the very posh British accent. Like it's a very posh.
That's true.
That like high society accent versus the others, because like you have like so many like I know you have like a real big variety of accents. They're just from place to place. Like you just think about like, for example, the Welsh accent here in Scouse. Yeah, there you go. I live near Liverpool and there's 5 versions of the Scouse accent.
Yeah, it's so true, like there's I mean where my parents live, I would say there's probably like 2 or 3 types of accent, but they're all from the same place. So it's like, but I think it's a lot of where your families come from, and now things are changing because people commute further, and you know, there's lots of changes with accents. I find accents fascinating. Anyway, tell me, where'd you get that thing? What thing? Covers his private parts. On a Mind Flayer ship, I was kidnapped and infected. Cure me first, and then I'll answer all the questions you want. 1 or 3. Out with it, or I'm not telling you.
One or 3, chat. Are we demanding the cure, or are we being frank?
See, Cypher, I think I'd be able to tell that there is a difference, but I wouldn't necessarily be able to locate where it's from. I would just know that. I think I would know that the accent is different. Do you know what I mean? I think that's the case a lot of times. You're like, oh, I recognise that you two are not speaking in the same way, but I don't necessarily know what that means because I don't have a point of reference.
That's it for me. Is that I don't understand. I don't know which part it's from or like which accent it is, unless like except for some very stereotypical ones. But I know that it's a different accent. We got one vote for 3 and one vote for 1.
Yeah. Is the poll not working?
It's not. It won't. It refuses to come up for me. Or it comes up for me. But it when I hit create poll or start poll, it just refuses to actually start.
Okay. I need
It's a service error.
I need one more suggestion. So please, we've got 1-1 and 1-3. So let's go with. Otherwise, I'll just go with 2.
I vote be frank with her because I don't want to encourage any more of Sean's dubious work.
3, 2, 3, 1. Okay. 2,
1,
3.
1.
Okay, 2 3s. Well, there's and then there's 3 1s, including
Yep.
Dean saying "be frank." Oh, there's another one.
Yep.
Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3.
It's 4-4 now. 5.
Well, it's 5.
5-4.
But 6, 7. Oh.
3 is pulling ahead.
It's not my moral decline. This is the thing. I can blame it on you. Because I'm not making the decision. So I go, you go, you choose. Come on. 4? Come on.
Just leave.
Right, it's kill me first and I'll answer all the questions you want.
To hell's with
it. Okay. Attack her first. Kill her quickly. You're going down, bitch. Nettie the Nettle. Snip. So, we're going to kill the healer. Okay? Good.
Sean, it's Chad's fault. Also, Sean.
He's gonna go. Oh, I'm gonna blast her into. Oh no, that's a bit too much, isn't it? Oh, I don't want all the things to go everywhere. I don't want to clean all this up afterwards. Ooh. Oh no, it's gonna get no. Okay, let's do Gale first. Yeah, the desk. I don't want to mess up the desk. Come on. Not a thug. Come on.
Kitty says, as long as you don't kill Halsin, I'm cool with it.
No, I won't.
I quit. I will quit, Sean. I'll quit.
Well, bye. Let's do some little ice. Oh, yeah. Frozen. You like that. And then we're going to go over here, just get out of the way. Within striking distance, you're a fucking wizard. Yes, you don't want to be in striking distance. Come on. And then I'm going to do some Shadow Heart because she's going to miss. So we're going to do... ooh. What, some silence? Like that. Yes.
Who is going to be romancing? It has not been decided, Dean, but with the way that we're going, it's looking like...
On my way.
I don't know, one vampire boy is probably going to be the only one either alive or improving enough.
Yeah, we pissed Gale off, didn't we? I know, poor Nettie, but she had it coming by being nice. I don't know. She did nothing wrong. Let's do... Let's do some psychic damage. 40%? You're having a laugh. Hold her. No. Okay, fine. You know what? Yeah! No, what? Oh, she's immune. She's immune. She's immune. Oh, she's immune to thunder. From being silenced. So that was I silenced her, gave her the immunity. I am such an idiot. What if I put all the nice corpses in a
Sean.
teeny tiny fancy chest in camp? Yes, but we want to be able to see them, Sui. We want to be able to see them.
Hey, Sean.
Yeah.
Did you save before you attacked Nettie?
No.
Okay. Just had to know. Oh!
Oh!
Wow! Thank you for the gifted sub.
Wow! Thanks, Facet. Oh, that is so lovely. Thank you very much. Ah, thank you. Welcome to the Flea Gang. Ah, lovely 10 new people. Erzbit, Fidzy, Stormgrit, Pancake, It's Mama Bear, Digi Queen, Ollie Bird, Serenity, VT, Coffee and Kitties, Music Howler 934. Welcome, hello. Thank you so much, everyone. That's really, really generous of you. Thank you. That's really, really kind. Yeah, massively, massively appreciate it. And please do go to the Discord and join the family. As I said, we're going to be talking about. I'm going to ask for some feedback about what we should be playing as well as Baldur's Gate, because I'm excited about doing some more stuff. That's the very, very exciting. Together. Yeah, thank you. That's made me smile. Oh, it's heartwarming. Thank you. It's a nice group of people. It's good. Group of fleas. Infestation. That's right. Lovely bunch of parasites.
Yes. We're all warm and cozy because we've been sucking the blood.
Do you know, like, if he plays the flute and all the fleas dance? You know, like the Pied
Yes,
Piper.
it's like the Pied Piper. Yes,
Yes!
exactly like that. And we're all immune to any flea meds, just like Nettie was immune to thunder damage.
We are going to die. Oh, okay. I'm going to. I don't need that one though. Is that the only one we've got? Can we do a? Oh, lacerate. Let's make a bleed. Bleed. Didn't bleed, but that wasn't too bad. And let's rally. Let's rally. Can we rally ourselves? No. Let's rally Itch. We're level 3, Flea. Let's. Okay. Oh, okay, good. Itch. Let's try him again. Let's try.
Fine.
Oh no! Don't do it again. Don't do thunder again. Ah. Oh wait, she's not immune anymore.
She's not in the orb of silence.
Let's do it like that. And I fucking did it to me as well. Oh, but he's okay. So he's alive. He's alive. He's alive.
R.I.P. Gale.
He survived it, so it's okay. Round of applause for Itch. Round of applause. Yay! We killed Nettie.
Yeah.
Yay! Yippee! Flute time. Flute time.
We need to get you actually playing a flute on stream at some point.
Yeah, one day. One day. Yeah, I will do. I've got my flute and my piccolo over there.
Oh no. Every time you kill somebody, you're gonna have to perform. I just feel like there needs to be some in real life consequences to your actions because you're.
Consequences? Itch has no consequences. He's learning this as he goes along. He's like, oh, kill that one, kill that one.
I could just kill
it's
whoever
fine.
I want.
It's fine.
As long as I put their body in camp.
You know what I'm going to do at some point is I'm going to pick up every body we kill and just litter the camp with it. Every single body. Oh, yeah. Well, we could go out and do it anyway, I guess. Do they disappear after you've rested?
Well, we can find out.
Yeah. Wear the headpiece. Good. It's pretty. Make them spell Itch's name. Yes! We have it! This is gonna happen. This is very exciting.
What if the Dark Urge was just shown all along? Yeah.
Sorry, Neil. I am going to... Oh. Oh, Shadowheart, that's why. Excuse me, excuse me. Sing for me. Oh, you can't, 'cause you're dead. Sing for me. But he doesn't actually play. He's like... like Dory's whale music. I also love that they just let him do this.
They really do.
They're just
standing
like...
staring at him like.
Look, they're all... This is the like side-eye moment. Where they're just like...
This is a very specific brand of mental illness.
Why else did they allow us to play music? If not to sing over the bodies of our enemies?
Real.
As a lament, I suppose.
I feel like Astarion would get a kick out of it. Lae'zel just thinks it's frivolous.
And Astarion's not even here.
Yeah. Because you decided to replace him with a certain Shadowheart who just keeps missing all the time.
It's true. It's true. Elixir Sylvanas, thank you. Toxin.
Your best DPS. Shake my head,
Key of the Agents. Ancients. Okay. I'm going to equip that.
Netty's not going to live to be so ancient now.
No. No. Okay. So cool. Who landed the killing blow? It was me. So let's
Brackets will be done.
wait. Have we also got the?
Intestines throb, blood whispers.
Let's
Indolence breeds
let's give
madness.
her this one. And get her to do the speak with dead. That works, right? Oh no.
Oh, I think you might need to rest before you can cast that again.
Shit. Okay. I'm gonna have to rest anyway. Because
All is ash
Gale
and
ain't looking too
all is ash.
good.
Okay.
I'm picking her up.
Hmm?
I'm carrying her.
Yeah. If we carry her into camp, we'll still be able to speak with her, won't we?
Be able to.
Yeah. Oh. Okay. Let's speak with Dead with him first. I don't know why he just climbs on the thing.
He's not
Yeah.
The corpse regards you lifelessly.
Oh god. Okay. Every time I tried to do the screenshot, it kept blinking. Who killed you?
Druid.
I barely escaped. How many drow are out there?
Minthara. Back at camp.
Where'd you get your tadpole?
The corpse remains silent.
Oh.
It doesn't understand the question.
Sound effect review.
Banned for that bear pun. Yeah, sorry. Were you abducted by mind flayers?
No.
Oh.
Sometimes corpses you killed it won't be able to speak to you if enough time passes. So it's possible after a long rest.
Oh.
To speak with me. Do you have disguise self?
I have the hat thing. I think I could go and get that. When did you start following the Absolute?
Moonrise Towers.
Initiate.
Oh my god, they had a frat party.
The spell's
initiation.
power wanes. You can ask no more questions.
It's just they all lined up in a row and spanked one another, and then got a tadpole.
Why wasn't he invited? Drow's letter. Track the druid. Find whatever burrow he runs to and report to me. Remember, you are only a scout. Do not engage. Do not kill anyone. Simply observe and return. I shall decide what we do next. Okay.
Sean from Mintara.
Sorry?
You for the voice of Mintara.
Yes. Oh, why can't we go back to camp?
Is it because the room's locked? We have to get out first.
Ah. If we go to here and we wanted to go back. Oh, okay. So I'm just going to go get the hat. Yes, the Mask of Many Faces. That's the one. Are we all having a good time? It's good to ask it every now and again.
We're having a good time, we say to the body of Mark Ruff.
It's good to check in, isn't it?
Is he still around? Go and check if his body's still there. Is
Yeah.
body still
Oh, yeah.
kind of- Oh, there you go.
Yeah. He's changed places though. He's lying up now. He's alive.
No, I don't like to think that Shadowheart was like, "Ah, this is so unsightly,"
Yeah.
and she just like flipped. You flipped him and was like, "That's much better."
Oh, here we are. Got it. Let's equip it. But I don't want to see it because it's so ghastly.
Yeah.
And then let's give Gale the nice little forehead piece.
One with the weave. Mind never quiet.
Giving Gale a flower crown.
Squirrels, birds, and Brummie accents. Dean is having a good time compiling the list of reasons to take vengeance on Sean.
Enjoying the murder, getting mentally ready to do my evil dirge playthrough. Yeah, it looks cool, but not while you wear it.
No. Liv Kitty saw the spell on my circle bar. You mean the Speak with Dead? Enjoying the murder. Good.
Hey, save quickly, Sean, as well, just in case anything goes wrong.
Let's do shapeshift. Who should we become? Yeah, she's cute. Let's do
Kill turns like I'm one of your people.
huh?
Did you turn into a dwarf or halfling?
Halfling, yeah. A disguised self. I don't think I had it before, did I? I don't remember having it. I didn't select it as one of my spells, I don't think. But we have it now.
I tried to do an evil thing, but after I made a tiefling child cry, I cried and deleted the save. Oh, jeez.
Oh, no.
Corley said, we need to count how many murders there are each stream, see if it can top. I don't think that's a challenge we want to have.
How can I get rid of the man someone else at? What happened to you?
Wanted to protect. Wanted to give. Mercy.
Oh, sorry. Where did you keep your valuables?
Beneath. Locked by runes.
Oh. Maybe in this body. How do we speak? How do I get past these locks?
Wolf rune.
Do you think that matches that face?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's about right.
How can I get rid of the man-flat parasite?
Find Halson. Knows parasites. Study.
Study them. That. Leave. But you didn't give me 5. I didn't have 5 questions. I wanted to ask 5 questions.
You're like, I was not given the total amount of questions.
Yeah, I bought my money back. Extraordinary happenings while meditating in the forest. Nettie and I were ambushed by a pack of goblins.
You can't read.
Oh no, yeah, that's right. Bang your head. Hastily written note. Don't need any of this.
Every
Oh,
time I'm in here, did anyone else? I picked up Halson's stuff. I picked up his pipe and his journal, thinking that when I recruited him or something, I could give it to him, and just had it with me the whole game.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah, surely there's some unique interaction. No, they just forgot about it.
Also,
It's
how
not having
is
enough
that
brain
empty
cells for
when
5
there are
questions.
dozens of tablets on the wall? I don't think.
Those are all just display.
Of course.
It's just a cover.
They've
and
actually
nothing
got like, you know,
underneath.
when you see someone like writing like that, they've like squiggly lines. They've actually just got squiggly lines on them.
Yes, correct.
Magic of the weave. He's not a
Dean
collector
says
of
they
books.
also pick up Halston stuff and give it to him every time.
Oh, bless.
Actually, it's empty. You know why it's empty? It's not empty because there's nothing there. It's empty because Itch looks at all these books and lore and is just like, it completely blocks them out from his brain.
True.
That might
He's
be
like,
worth a
no.
look.
Unless it's got a fancy picture on the cover. The ones that he sees are the ones with like fancy pictures on the covers. Everything else gets just deleted from
take
his,
that.
his perception. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just, wow, pretty.
Ugh, death and resurrection. Oh, what's this? Oh, mushroom. Take that. Going straight in my basket. Take that.
It's just voice with dead body is sharp.
Isn't it? Oh, firebolt. Yeah, we get a firebolt. Yeah.
Awful.
It's all the same book. Shouldn't have books on here. There should be tablets, iPads, and Androids, and all that. Pun. So let's have. Hi, Cypher. Thank you so much for joining. See you soon. Right.
Now Itch got lost. Yeah, where am I?
Supermarket Sweep. Did anyone remember that show? Supermarket Sweep. Do you have heard of that?
No.
It's a reference if anyone knows it. Oh, cauldron. Can I actually like look inside it? No.
Explain, you know.
If anyone remembers it, type a little description.
For me.
Orchid sweet. Giant inflatable bananas.
Yes.
I remember it, and maybe that's why I go to the big Asdana whenever I want to feel alive.
Yeah.
Wasn't it a competition where you had to get as much groceries
It-
in the amount of time?
Yeah, it was a reality show. You had to get as much, and then it would go through like a conveyor belt, and you had to remember all the things that you picked up. Wasn't there like was it that you would get to keep the things in the trolley?
Had to get a
Or was there a
certain amount
cash
of groceries
prize?
or something in a limited time. It was a quiz show, but you also went grabbing things.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I just remember the presenter as well. Bowl. Don't need a bowl.
Honestly, British reality TV and game shows are so stupid. You're literally insane.
Listen, like I think American quiz like reality shows are insane. Like when I see the ones that are on Netflix, I'm like, how did someone have the money to
Yeah.
put this on?
Yeah, honestly, reality TV, full stop. Very questionable.
Totally.
Remember Mr. Blobby? So I do not know Mr. The only thing I know about Mr. Blobby is from another like British TV show. It was Countdown, I think it is.
Mr. Blobby is
Or-
both nightmare-inducing and iconic childhood memory. You know, it's I love it. Yeah, I mean there are some like super like when you look back at some reality shows that were allowed to be put on, it's like I can't believe they did that. You know, there's a lot of like exploitative stuff, isn't there? But no, Mr. Blobby is brilliant, and I love that like so many people are petrified of him. It's the voice that like Blobby. He runs in everywhere he goes. He's super destructive and chaotic. He's like, have you seen what he looks like? He's like that blobby.
Yeah, I've seen it. So I saw it on again that other show. I think it was on Countdown, and they had his voice, and they do this effect with his voice.
Yeah,
too. It's
yeah.
Not like a,
That's the
it's
one.
like a doubled up.
Yeah. And he breaks everything. Like he's always horrible. He's like everyone's worst nightmare, you know. I'm just seeing if anything's going to give us a clue or open up a quest.
I
No.
think some of your like game shows are pretty interesting.
Sorry?
I think some of the game shows or so that you have, but like your game
Yeah.
shows are more always like celebrities that are sort of on it. I think those are like interesting though. They're always fun to watch for me.
For sure.
For sure.
For sure. Okay, well, we had a lovely productive session first of all, killing Nettie and a bird and an elf. Let's go talk to this one.
You did well to speak up for the
You
girl.
want to kill this one
That
too?
snake is
No.
fickle. A tragedy prevented.
Maybe. That Korga seems dangerous.
Well seen. Well spotted. We've let a snake replace our leader.
You notice me even though I'm wearing something else. Korga seems happy to rule the roost. Who's your real leader?
Ad break.
Master Halsin.
Or an ad break?
Perhaps Goblin called.
Is that the first one?
He'd set Mistress
No, it
Korga
just
back in
popped up
line.
for me.
Hold her to task. Stop this damned ritual.
Twitch is
More will
behaving
die
really
if the
strange
rite is
today,
finished.
honestly.
Yeah.
So many more. Sent
Very,
into
very
a
weird.
world
Like, I can't
gone
do any
mad.
polls. My shout out earlier wasn't working either. Jolly had to do it. It was
Huh.
very weird.
If no one's looking for Halsin, I could do it.
It's
Would
done.
you? I would give anything to see Halsin return
I'll
home.
look for house.
I would give anything. No need to fret. I'll find him.
Sylvanus' blessing upon you, and my gratitude as well. Halsin is an elf with the presence of a bear.
Bye-bye.
He left west with the adventurers. You won't mistake the first druid for anyone else.
Storyline.
Good question. No answer.
Another stranger come to
We'll
vex
find
me.
out.
What will we do?
Let's not look into the future
Hunt me,
just yet.
Grab my tail, shout until my head hurts.
Sui. My goodness. Who's been pestering you? I'll teach them a lesson.
Silence. Your help is not required. Not by me, at least. Leave.
You ain't nobody
You are not wanted
Those
here.
eyes are so good. Okay, and then did we speak to you already? We did.
Speak while there's time.
Right. Zevlor sent me. His people won't survive out there.
They may die on the road. They will die if they stay. A clear choice, I would say.
Right. This right must be born of powerful magic. Not that he has any clue.
The right of thorns.
You're right.
It is
the
the
right.
Tree
of
Father's
thorns.
gift that none come to harm. When we speak the final prayer,
Did I get to meet Dave?
The
I
great vine
have
will
met Dave a
sprout
couple of
forth.
times. Only
grove
briefly,
will be
mind
cloaked
you.
in bramble and thorn.
But Dave is
no
a
one enters,
absolute
no
sweetheart.
one leaves.
Yeah, nothing but good things to say.
Sanctuary. None of this can happen
Gives great hugs
while
as well.
outlanders infect us.
That's like a concept
Sylvanus
that I've heard.
demands
It's just
that
Dave's
we choke them
concept, like,
out.
really excellent.
Yeah.
I will have to find out in October.
Gemma didn't realise that this area existed until it was ready to go into Act 2. Had no
Oh no!
Corga storyline in the first place. Oops. Oh no!
It's Becca, not Gemma.
Can't Start said he's lovely. Yeah, he is. Yeah. Right. Let's go.
What actually happens there with Arabella in that case if you get Halston first before
True.
intervening?
True. Let's remove our shapeshift. Ooh, that's a nice clap. Boom! Return. Okay, I'm going to grab a drink, and I'm going to go and get something to eat or something, I think. So, yeah, let's go and grab something. Go and grab a snack or something.
Go get your meds, go have drinks, go get food, and then...
Yeah. Okay, I will... BRB, everyone. BRB. Hello.
Hi,
Oh,
Mom,
oh,
it
it's
was
light.
just you staring like at the. You're just staring into the camera.
Hello. Thanks.
Did everyone get snackies?
We're back. We're back. We're back. So here's a question. So I don't know if anyone else is the same, but I have like comfort things I like to watch when I'm eating like food. Don't know what else I would eat, but while I'm eating, I wonder what people like to watch. Do people have certain kind of shows that give that, you know, the kind of comfort shows when we're eating dinner or whatever? Do people like to watch aside from streaming? Do people like watching certain things, certain YouTube videos? Yeah, why are you laughing?
I watch videos about horrible crimes.
Do
and
you?
eating. I do.
Yeah.
Like documentaries on murder.
India likes documentaries as well. The carrot dinner. That's also a fantastic name. Good place. Awesome. Last episode of the first season is like what? Cat reels. Oh, cute. Doesn't have to be anything specific. Oh yeah, same. Yeah, eating with like just silence. Obviously, with a person is nice. Obviously, but okay. So here's a couple that people might know. I find absolute comfort in Mrs. Crocombe. Has anyone watched any of those? Do you know what that is?
What's that about?
Oh my gosh, it gives me so much pleasure. It's okay. Forgive me because it's gonna sound like super like but it's a YouTube series set at Audley End House, which is a old estate in the UK, which is kind of nearest to London. And there is a kind of historical reenactor who works for English Heritage, who does a reenactment of. She plays this cook. Corrigan loves the series. Yes. Welcome as well. First time chat. Hello. Good. Yes, we got some Mrs. Crocombe converts. It's Mrs. Crocombe. It's also called the Victorian Way. And basically it's a cook, and she makes these Victorian recipes, right? And it's part history and education, and part like watching someone make food, and it's very comforting and it's very easy to watch and stuff. So you learn a bit about Victorian cooking, and you learn like what life was like for the downstairs as much as the upstairs, because Audley End, they seem to focus a lot on the servant life rather than the kind of the noble or whatever, the kind of upper life. And yeah, I don't know, it's just really interesting. So she cooks these different recipes, and what I love, because I was watching one of the behind the scenes because I got really into it, and so the actress is a historical reenactor, and there are loads of them, because you know, like in living museums where they have actors play characters in that thing, and as you're walking around you'll meet someone dressed in that outfit who talks to you about the time and that kind of thing. So she does that, and they created this series to kind of raise awareness to this thing, and then basically someone turned up to Audley End House while they were doing because what they do is they'll have someone dressed as the cook who will actually cook in the kitchen and make authentic dishes, and people will come in and see it and taste the food, so it's like really authentic. And this guy turns up and says that he was actually Mrs. Crocombe's like grandson or great grandson, and had her actual recipe book and donated it and gave it to them. So,
so cool.
Yeah, so they were not only flummoxed and saying, "Wow, that's amazing," but also then the recipes that they then started to do on the YouTube show are actually from her book. And also, what's cool is everything they were doing before was also in her books. They realised it really validated what they were doing, and they were definitely on the right track with it. And I will put it in here. This is Crocombe.
I beat you to it.
Ah, you got it. But it's such a comforting thing. Obviously,
That sounds
SpongeBob
really
is a go-to, but I love Mrs. Crocombe. I love I love watching eating shows. I don't know. I love like
Eating and watching eating
I do.
shows.
I love a crap food show like Kitchen Nightmares.
Oh yeah, okay. I get.
Yeah,
Um,
or Hell's Kitchen or something. You know what? Also,
yeah,
I have to
yeah.
say because the UK version of Hell's Kitchen, not Hell's Kitchen, MasterChef, is
Mhm.
very different to all the other MasterChefs, and
I like watching the Australian one.
yeah, that's good. Yeah, but it's very Americanized.
Mm.
Yeah, but I like all of them, but they're very different. Um,
You know how we were talking about cartoons earlier? One of the things that I got really into for a while was watching you know Jurassic Park.
mhm.
They have an animated series that they did that was like a spin-off of the new series of like Jurassic World and all that. And it was basically like telling a story of a group of kids who got left behind on the island after the events of Jurassic World, and it was actually really good. Like I got super sucked into it.
Yeah.
And so for a while I was watching. It was called Camp Cretaceous is the name.
Camp
And so
Cretaceous. That's cool.
yeah, it was called Camp Cretaceous, and it was really really good. I really really enjoyed it because it gives you a lot of like behind the scenes information that you don't get in the movies because they can't get into like those technicalities and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And so they actually fleshed out the story really really well, and then I got all my friends into it. The representation in that show is also really great.
How's it?
Yeah, so I was really surprised by it because they had so I think like the main protagonist is a person of color, but then we also had two of the characters were lesbians, and I was like, I thought they were queer baiting in that show at first when I first picked up on hints of it. I was like, oh, that's not gonna happen, and then it did happen, and I was so excited by it because I think it's the first time that I'd seen that so just like openly done in a show like that.
That's enough. That's really nice. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's really cool.
but Camp Cretaceous, it's really good.
I always
If
find
anyone hasn't
like
watched it.
yeah, the whole like you said, like the queer baiting things, like, you know, when you watch a show
Mhm.
and like I don't know, it's a tricky thing, isn't it? Because I really like seeing things like bisexual, pansexual representation on screen, but I like it also when it's like that person follows their heart rather than like they've just put the name in, the title in, so that
Yeah.
so it's like, oh, but like they're gonna go into a heteronormative relationship anyway. Like it's nice when they actually kind of, you know, you feel like it's part of the character rather than a name.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I totally get that. It's really really nice that you were seeing more and more of this sort of stuff crop up too. It's just really interesting. Um,
What about
but I also just
what about the Bake Off? What's that?
ooh
Great British Bake
yeah,
Off.
Great British Bake Off. I love that.
That's
I love
that's
that show
cute.
so much. It's so funny.
That's cute. Yeah, I love the show. I love people talking about that and the morbid fascination to see someone handle that much money and debt.
Have you seen Nailed It actually?
No, what's that?
It's on Netflix, and it's basically it's very American. I agree, it's very very American, but it's so funny because it is basically they take three people who very clearly have no idea what the hell they're doing in the kitchen with baking, and they basically take them in and they give them like instructions. They give them a recipe and everything like that, right? They provide them with the recipes, but the idea is that they have to recreate professionally done like cakes or like baked goods.
That sounds fun.
And like as to the best of their ability.
Oh my god, that sounds like
It's
hell though.
so funny.
That's
It was
just
so
fun.
funny.
That's fun.
Because they're like, it's stuff like, oh, recreate a cake that is done in the shape of like this U.S. president.
Oh no. Oh.
Some of them are so funny.
Oh.
Like, because you've got some of them who just, some of the choices that they make, like, if you know anything about baking, it's just like, what are you doing? You know? Because, like, you've
Oh.
got people who they don't butter their pans, and so their cake is stuck inside the
Oh
pan.
my
and it's all
god.
kinds of funny
Oh
things.
my god. I've just started watching Dance Mums.
Oh my god!
I guess because I've heard so, you know, people have talked about it for years, and I was like, I'm gonna I'm gonna watch it. And I felt one
Everyone's
episode,
just like,
and I was
"Oh,
like,
good lord."
because it's kind of awful because it's like it's they're horrible. And
Yep.
you know they're really horrible to the children and the mums. They're all horrible to each other. Everyone is horrible. The poor kids, but also like because I wasn't like that at all. My parents were fantastic at growing up as a dancer because like I feel like the kind of the gender norm thing. I think it was like less. It was less expected of me to be a dancer. So therefore, my parents were like much more supportive about it. But there was a lot of people growing up who were in that kind of world where like the mums were super pushy and super like, you know, it's that kind of world of the parents living through their children. And you know that I was a blah blah blah, I was a dancer and that kind of stuff. It's like crazy, but so
all the Asian children in chat are just like, yeah, sounds about.
Oh. It's
all
like
the Asian
it's
kids.
strangely cathartic to watch other people going through your struggle. It's some, I don't know what it is. I think some not like, it's not in like a good way.
Yeah.
It's just like it's a kind of, I can relate to that kind of thing.
Yes, it's the relatability that is key.
But and also the thing of like at the end of every episode, and they show them dancing. They are really good as well. So you know it's hard, isn't it? But
it's so funny because sometimes they'll show them dancing, and then like immediately after that, it's like, you were terrible. Like, what?
I know. I mean, I'm only a couple of episodes in, and I just watched one where like one of them was fantastic, and you know I think they would win and they'd be amazing. And then Abby Miller comes out and she's like, "Yeah, okay, get ready for your next one." But I remember, I mean, my old dance teacher, my first ballet dance teacher, Daphne Bennett. She used to call me dog. She's like, all this, oh, good dog, yeah, good dog. You know, and you're like 6 years old. 7. I started when I was 7, and I remember I just went, "I am not a dog," and just like you screamed it, but like all the parents there, like, you know, because it was just that like, yes, Silchester Village Hall,
like,
and Mortimer, yeah, it's funny, really funny. I mean, you know, so many
funny.
Yeah.
Here
we are.
It's like, you know, when you come out with like, it's like you accidentally just like say one of your traumas or like some horrible thing that happened to you. Like, yeah, it's really funny, and everyone just looks at you. Like, really
always.
close, like,
One thing about me is that I'm super anecdotal, so I love a story. I always have a story for something. I'm already old. You know, like when you get like an old person, then they talk about their life. I do that already.
yeah, it's like back in my day.
Yeah, back in my day. I'm like, yeah, it's always my day. So, like 2 minutes ago, I did blah 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 blah.
Yeah, it's the yapping. It's the yapping. You just gotta do it.
Yeah. It's,
Yeah.
Did anyone else? Has anyone else done dance training or music training that has, like, you know, that did? Because it's quite a rigorous thing, isn't it? And a lot of people, you know, you do it and then you kind of fall out of love with it, or you know, you get to a certain age, I think, and you go. I think it's also something about the at school it's no longer cool, you know.
I went I did ballet when I was a kid because my sister did ballet, and my mom had a thing back then for being like, you all have to do things together so you'll be close. And I hated my ballet teacher. She was so mean.
That's the break,
so
isn't it?
Mean.
Yeah.
And she was so rude. And like she would make fun of kids' weights, like in that class.
Yeah, that's a major thing in ballet. Yeah.
And it was so bad. And I eventually just like at one point I looked at my mom and I came home and with the ballet outfit, and I took off my ballet shoes and threw them on the floor. I was like,
I'm not doing it.
I
Yeah,
don't
absolutely.
Want to do a ballet.
Absolutely.
I want to do taekwondo.
That's great though that you stood up for yourself and made that decision, because a lot of kids wouldn't have that power.
My mom was pretty good with that, actually, like empowering me to make some.
We've got some more people who are saying that there was some mean ballet teachers as well.
Yeah, there you go.
Adito Spot says that you do ballet. Fantastic. Fantastic. Do you enjoy it? What's your favourite thing about ballet? What kind of things you like to do? Logan says quit ballet after your friend got sick on the dance. Oh. Play viola. Oh, I love viola. Also, I love a viola versus a violin. It's got such a lovely mellow sound.
I did a piano too.
Oh, yeah?
That's a very also Asian child thing. I feel like if you're an Asian child, you either get signed up for piano lessons or violin lessons.
Yeah.
My
True.
parents, like everyone I knew did like one of the two.
But it's funny because after even if it's like I hate that or like I don't want to do it, a lot of people then go, I wish I knew how to play piano. I wish I'd done it as a child. It's the way it's done, isn't it? I wish, because I obviously play the flute, but I wish I'd learned the cello, because I love the cello.
Yeah, I'm actually, funnily enough, I actually am starting to try and learn piano again, but I'm changing the way that I'm learning it, because my mom was obviously like classical piano, but I'm now trying to learn jazz piano, because I think that that's something that I enjoy a little bit better. So yeah, I'm trying to like kind of, like, because the music itself was never bad, it was just the lessons and the way that they were taught that I didn't like.
Absolutely. Adita Spot, you love pirouettes. Good for you. I hated pirouettes. Not because it's just because I was bad at them. I don't know. I don't have a very good sense of turn. I used to love petit lego, like small jumps. I have very quick footwork. I'm a very technical dancer, so I used to love like quick footsteps and all that kind of stuff. Bit battery, where your feet kind of, you jump and you do lots of things in the air. That was always my kind of thing.
Who you were responding to?
Adita Spot.
And then I realized what you're saying. Ode to Spot.
Ode to Spot. Oh, I said Ode. You're going to be Adita Spot from here on out. It's decided. It's written in the stars. No, it's that. It is that. You're wrong. You're.
Okay.
It's Gaslight Central. Right. Yeah. No.
Gaslight gatekeeper boss. Let's go. So confused.
Combat Ostrich said that your mum was a piano teacher. Cool. That's cool.
I did years of piano and guitar, but undiagnosed ADHD. Yeah.
Yeah. Cello and violin. The thing is though, like, because like also people hyperfixate as well and then get really into it, and you know it's like it's a thing. Year 11 drum teacher never knew his name for the entire year. Still don't know it. What? What did you used to call him? What?
Teacher.
That's funny.
See, that will work out in Asian schools. Like we have a short form, so sometimes when we talk to the teachers, we don't say Mr. or Mrs. We're like J. Like the end. It's just the end of teacher. It's just J.
We go like Miss or Sir. That's, you know, it's a good one. But we never did that. So we'd go at my school. So I go, excuse me. Excuse me. They'd be like, what?
There was, oh my God, can I tell you? There was a teacher in my school when I first moved back to Singapore, in secondary school. There was this teacher she was a PE teacher. And for the entirety of my first year in that school, I thought she was a man. And nobody told me otherwise.
Is it a Miss Man scary movie moment?
And it was like she had a mustache and like very
Good
short
night, Dan
hair.
Stratus.
And it wasn't a case of like her identifying one way or another. It was just she just kind of looked like that, and as a kid I did not know and did not realize that she was a woman. And so it was so bad because I was calling her Mr. something like for the entire and she never said anything. And nobody else that was around me ever said anything until like second year, right? When somebody called her in front of me Miss whatever her name was, and I was just like, wait, what? And I felt so awful, and I was so embarrassed, and I was just like, this poor lady has heard me like misgendering her for an entire year. But the thing that like got me is like nobody corrected me. nobody told me otherwise. She didn't even stop me and was like, "Hey."
They just let you keep
kept
going with it.
lady.
Oh,
She just let me
bless.
keep going. Like, oh,
Bless.
good lord.
Oh, no.
It's bad. I'm so embarrassed. I was just like, oh my god, I'm so sorry.
It's like that was a moment when you like when you were a kid and you call the teacher mum or something. Thanks,
Oh,
mum. Or like, I
yes.
love you. Oh, love you too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I accidentally called my year 2 teacher mom. There you go. I pretty new.
Oh my god.
What if they was trans but closeted it all out? Who knows, Sui? I mean, they I don't know. I've never met her again ever. So, and back then you didn't have the gender neutral pronouns movement. It was just one or the other. It wasn't very popularized to have things be gender neutral. But I think if it was, I went back to school now, I would be a little bit more careful with that.
I am curious what's going to happen. How going back to ballet, I'm curious as to how ballet will change over the next number of years because ballet is so binary in terms of gender.
It's so gendered, right? Yeah.
I'm curious to see because I think things already started to change in that, like, you know, there's more guys doing point work, things like ballet Trocadero and that kind of thing. But I would be really interested to see what happens in what ballet looks like in 20, 30 years time. I hope that there'll be big changes in it.
There's lots of dances as well that are just in general quite gendered.
Yeah.
Like it was really funny because back when I used to do salsa, because when I was in uni, I used to do salsa. And so a lot of it was really funny because typically in salsa you have a male lead and then the female follow. But we had a majority of girls in the salsa club in my uni, and so I just sort of had to teach everybody and be the lead. And so when I would go out do the salsa clubs, I would be leading like all my friends in this dance. And like very early on in that, you used to get a lot of weird looks, and like we used to actually get some men who would just try to cut in and be like, here, let me do it, which was really strange. Like we used to get really kind of like annoyed by that because we're just friends having a good time. You don't have to like take over just because you think it's strange.
Totally.
But in recent years that it's changed quite a bit. Like in recent years now when we go out and we do that, it's seen as just like totally like okay and normal. So
it's something like
things are shifting.
like Strictly Come Dancing, this kind of dancing shows where they've now started having like same sex couples like doing dances together, and therefore one of them has to take the lead and someone has to follow. I'll be interested to see at what point it becomes that that like the they swap the gender swap in the roles of, you know. I'd be interested to see a female male couple where the woman is leading and the man is following. Like I'd be interested to see how these kind of things change, and for good reason. I think it would be cool to kind of see how that will move, and like, you know, it'd be really cool to see what changes. Yeah, but
does anyone else in chat do like dances or anything like that besides ballet?
Yeah.
Because I did like Latin. Like my dance experience was mostly Latin dance. Because before that, my entire dance experience was a sidestep and a shuffle.
Sui said toilet dance.
Toilet dance.
But sure. Thank you.
That's for when you really need to pee. I can do a mean Macarena. You know what? If you can't do a Macarena, what are you doing? Yeah.
I love flamenco. That was something I loved growing up.
Oh, you danced flamenco?
As well as one of our dances we had to do at my ballet school, and I always loved it. It was like second, maybe even more than ballet.
Wow.
It's not quite as transferable though.
I did the Lindy Hop for a long time, and we were never strict about gender roles. Oh, that sounds so cool.
That's cool. Burlesque course. Oh, awesome.
Oh, I did a burlesque course once too.
Learned how to do really all the popular TikTok dances during the pandemic, but I don't think they'll ever see the light of day. What's that one that's went viral recently? It was the German Abracadabra, that one. That one.
Oh,
the Barbara Rhubarb bar. That was very popular. It's funny, you know, like when things come out, nowadays with like the trends, it comes out and it's super popular and everyone's doing it, and then like 5 weeks later you see someone doing it again, and like the first instinct is like, oh, it's so old. But like it's literally like yesterday.
It's so strange. Like the way that trends move nowadays is so rapid. It's so hard to keep up. But
Yeah.
I think it's just the rate at which media consumption has changed. And
Totally.
it's kind of alarming sometimes because it happens with like even like with game, like for example like Pal World. Like if you want to talk about gaming, Pal World was like crazy for like a couple with like 2 or 3 weeks or something. It was like #1 game. People were like all insane about it
It's
for a
gonna
while.
destroy the industry.
Yeah, and then it just now it's like you don't hear anything about it at all.
Yeah.
And then it's just like then it's people jumping from one thing to another to the top thing, and the one thing that goes viral and gets popular, it stays up there for a while until the next new thing comes on, and it's to the point where it's like once every week, or like every, like you're changing every week or every other week. It's insane. It's so awkward. I can't dance at all. Take dance lessons. You can. Like,
You know what though,
honestly.
like because ballet, I do think trained out all sense of rhythm from my body. So I'm not naturally fluid when it comes to moving. So because I think because I'm so like choreographed that even if I'm like improv, it turns out to be like contemporary improv. So it's all like, you know, like I can't I look like has anyone seen the Mr. Bean doing Mr. Bombastic? And he's like,
yes.
Like that's me. If I go out dancing, I'm like, I can't move. I just feel so awkward because I don't have that like.
That's where like
natural sense of
Latin
rhythm.
really helped me actually, because when I first, before I ever took up salsa, I had no sense of rhythm and I didn't know how to dance, and I was just so awkward on any dance floor. And then when I did Latin, because it's all about the rhythm, it's very, very much about the rhythm, and it gets you very in tune with like your hips and your upper body and like all these different parts. So when I started doing Latin, after I started doing Latin, when I would go out dancing, it became a lot better. Like somehow I was able to feel a better rhythm and dance better to like these different songs. So that really helped me. So I always recommend people who are like, oh, I don't know how to dance. I was like, go do a salsa class, go take a piano class or something. Like,
Totally. Yeah, yeah. I mean, like
you will start awkward.
Like ballet. So like the difference with like rhythm. There's also the emphasis, I think, in ballet as well at the moment. Constant said ballet is about control and precision. So it's describing the way your way of dance. Well, relate. I think ballet also, there's a lot of emphasis on, especially when you go professional, it's the emphasis is on the it's more of a sport. It's the athleticism of it. It's not just how beautiful your lines are and like and the control you say, but it's also about how many turns you can do, how high you can jump, how like it's the pushing the extremes of it. So it's not just wow they look so good and the technique of it, because it's about they always want to try and get you to do more, especially like professional male. The male binary of ballet dance is like they can jump super high, whereas previously they were really a prop to hold the woman and to lift them, whereas now it's like now we got the male dance and they've got to like a peacock, you know, they've got to show themselves off and do this thing and this thing and this thing and whatever, and then the female binary comes out and does like, oh, I'm gonna do so many turns, so many pirouettes, look how, you know, blah blah blah, I'm gonna do it really slow and see how high I can hold my leg and all this kind of stuff. Like, it's gorgeous, but it's not so much about the like. And also what I found difficult when I was doing it was like it's not so much about storytelling as well. Like ballet is not, even though it's like you're telling the story of Romeo and Juliet or whatever, the story is last behind the athleticism and the control, the precision, the you know, it like takes a lot of work to make it look that easy, and I love it. But at the same time, the thing that pulled me away from it was I love the technique. I love the things that go into it, but I also love seeing people struggle. Like not in a sadistic way, maybe in a sadistic way, but I like to see the the pursuit of something that you want, the breath, the all of that kind of stuff. I love like seeing the life in someone. Whereas like as much as rhythm has been trained out of someone, life has been trained out of the person. And you know, it's that we like in ballet you're encouraged to breathe like sideways so that you don't look like you're breathing because it's supposed to look so effortless. Which has so many strengths to it, and it's so gorgeous. But yeah, I don't know. It's just something about it is like.
Now we know why you play it the way you do.
How do you breathe sideways? I mean, you can't. It's just like it's a muscular like. It's about efficiency of breath, and you know, it's I knew that's interesting. It's totally opposite to what I work with now, because when you're taught to hold yourself for so long, you hold your core, your figure, and I got into the habit for years of always holding my stomach. Everywhere I would never release my stomach. It's always tensed, and what that does is it locks off a lot of your gut, where you feel stuff from. You stop feeling here, so then everything comes into here, and you just feel and think. You feel from your thinking place. So everything is thought based, and thought based is a slow way of thinking that's always rational, and therefore is never illogical, and the human is illogical. So I've then found that when I went into acting, I would always think from my head, which first of all meant that every time I was doing something acty, I'd be like using my head a lot, and also meant that I wasn't very conscious of my body, and didn't really get this thing about instinct. I would always have to really super think everything through, and I couldn't be off the cuff or instinctive. And then when I did some training, and most of the training really was about getting out of my head and into my body, and it was all about release and relaxing my stomach, and moving around and stuff, and training to find the imagination in my body, in my skin. It's really interesting, and I went through so many years of being a tree. Exactly. I went through quite a long time of like ignoring my ballet past to like, kind of, if anyone was like, "Are you a dancer?" I'd be like, "I'm not a dancer, I'm not a dancer. No, like I don't dance anymore, don't dance." And part of it was like my psychological way of trying to step into something else, partly because the industry has a history of kind of being like, you have to only be one thing, so you can only be a dancer or an actor, you can't be both, kind of thing, rather than just saying you're an artist. So I was like, no, like, you know, let me. So I had to separate myself, and ironically, we were doing this clowning exercise at my drama school. We're doing a clowning exercise, and the exercise was called Fantastic Spaces, where you've got to go into the class and bring something you're passionate about, and then you do this clowny thing where like you've got to really take this thing you love to the extreme. And it got to the point, like, one person brought in a slice of cake, and they were like rubbing it over their face and licking it off the plate, and it was it's really far, because it's supposed to be the kind of the silliness of it. Anyway, I didn't really know what to bring, so I brought in some jazz shoes, and the first thing that came to my head was, I'm going to bring in Cats choreography, going back to the Cats thing at the beginning. And I brought in these shoes, and I was like, I haven't danced in front of anyone in a couple of years, and I have absolutely refused to dance, and not told anyone I don't dance anymore. But it was the thing, I was like, well, this is what I'm passionate about. I can't argue. This is what I'm. So I took this huge leap. I was like, I'm going to go in there, and I'm just going to not care, and I'm just going to do it, and just put it out there, because like I need to express the thing I'm passionate about, even though I hadn't danced in years. And honestly, like, the feeling of seeing the smiles and the joy that was in the room, and therefore the joy that it gave me to see how much joy I was giving each other, and then it's like this kind of cyclical synergy thing of we're giving each other joy from this magic that's in the room that you can't change. You can't fix this magic we're feeling. It was like electric, and so we were, and that moment was the moment I was like, I feel ready. That was the moment I was like, I feel like, you know, oh, acting and dancing, and it's all the same thing, and your body is just this one thing, and it's all the joy of storytelling. And storytelling isn't just telling a story. That was my realization. It's not just about the story, it's about the feeling. And yeah, that was are you Leanna Matrix?
Leani Matrix, yeah.
You're doing something similar in your improv classes right now. Amazing. It's a clowny thing, I think. It's a gorgeous thing to like just yeah.
It's getting rid of that first feeling, because I feel like with any sort of performance, in any case where you feel like people are watching you, the first instinct is to feel embarrassed or shy, because you're so worried about being judged by those other people for how good or how bad you do. But it is incredibly freeing when you get to the point of like, you know what, I'm just going to do it, and as long as I'm sort of happy and I'm having fun with it, that's where you reach a certain level of freedom with that.
Yeah. It's the freedom is it's like when you hit we call it flow. When you hit flow, something's just flowing and you don't have to think about it, and you're just riding this thing of like, what's happening? Everything's just like working. Whoa! And that was the moment. It's like, oh my gosh, this is such a wonderful moment of like for just 5 seconds the anxiety of being in that space and having to perform in front of people and hoping they're going to enjoy it and all that, everything just for that split second just disappears. That's the, I think, ephemeral nature of storytelling, is that one moment that you will never get back. So it's like, and you'll never experience again. You just have that one moment that's like magic, and that's the thing that people chase. I think in performance, you're chasing, and actually, it's the moment you stop chasing it and you just go in, and that's the moment you get that ephemeral magic, which is just like it's always the first time you've ever done something, you know. And that's why, like, when you're acting, you should always try and treat every performance as the first time the characters haven't gone through something, because it's like but I love it. Like when my first ever professional ballet performance, I remember so vividly, because I cut my knee really badly like 5 seconds before I went on stage, and I was like bleeding all over the floor. But I had this moment where a dancer said to me, he said, remember this moment because you'll never get a moment like this again. And I was like, well, that's very morbid. But he was basically saying, like, remember this moment of being on stage for the very first time in front of a paying audience, and you're being paid for it, and this is like this moment, and I will never forget it. And I will never forget that moment of like, I made it, you know, I'm doing it, I'm doing the thing. And it's the same as like the first time you get given a £5 to do a voice acting thing, or the first time you get paid to do a commission and someone gives you, like, it's the first time you get something where people go like, we value your work enough to like that you both get something out of it. And you know, that moment, it's gorgeous.
I agree.
Flow state, yes, exactly, totally, Amber.
Yeah, it's like what Sui said, like acting weird around friends and not being scared to be weird. Because I think even just like beyond performance, one of the things that I've experienced like with friends going out, I have friends who I'd bring them out and we go and have we're going out to have drinks, we're going to go ahead dance, and they're just so petrified of dancing because they're like, I don't know how to dance. And I was like, and I always used to tell them, I was like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you know how to dance. What matters is that we're out here to have fun, and you should feel like you're having fun. And so it took a while for some of my friends to kind of like loosen up and open up to that. And eventually, like, we now reached a point where when we go out in a group, we just all sort of gather together on the dance floor, and we can be as weird as hell. And it took me, the thing that I found helped them unlock from that point was me breaking the ice, being weird. So rather than trying to dance nice, I was just doing really weird dance moves on the floor, because then they felt like, you know what? If this person can be weird, and if this person can be a little bit like cringy,
yeah, that's what
they feel a little bit braver.
The carrot said, I'm cringe but I'm free.
Yes, exactly. That's exactly it.
But I mean, like Twiley said, it's not quite the same, but I feel the same way after a stream. It is the same. It's a live moment. It's in the moment. Like it's a moment where you take stock of the fact that you are in the moment. You're like, this thing that we share right now is a conversation that we're having live, and I am responding to the things that you're saying, and you're responding to the things that I'm saying, and this this is a live magical moment, which I think is very special. Yeah, I love it. It's really nice. No, I like it. The dance like no one's watching, exactly. And how hard is it to do that? How hard is it to do that even on your own when no one is watching? It's so hard.
Carrie says, I'm learning vocal and performance direction. The thing I'm seeing the most in everything is rapport and creating a safe space to be weird, especially if the character calls for it. And that's exactly it.
Yeah.
You need to feel safe to be weird. And sometimes it does need like help, like Emperor Noob is saying, external encouragement. But yeah, like sometimes you just need to also, like sometimes you don't have that external encouragement. You sometimes just have to be the first one to just break through that little barrier.
I think
once you're through, it's easier.
I think safety is in boundaries. I think like improv. Somebody earlier was saying that you're doing an improv class. I think improv is best when there are set parameters. So you like, I know I can exist within this thing. It's like if I was to say to someone, say any random words, like okay. But then if I said like, give me 10 random food words, 10 random words about cheese, like people will go, oh, blah, blah, blah. Like the moment you set a parameter, I don't know why I decided cheese, but you know, those, if you said like, give me 10 dogs, blah, 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 you know, something like that, people will go, oh, I feel safer now because people are giving me rules. We do like rules as much as we say don't like them.
The first thing I thought of was food.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, you know where the mind goes, but I think it's just something about like you said, Loud and Carry, about creating a safe space. Emperor Noob said, "Won't dance if you're sober," or if the vibe isn't there. But the vibe is a safety net. Because you know that other people are in that same space and like that moment that everyone's in that moment together. It worked within the rules. Yeah, and then you feel. I think it's the same as like art. You know, like you've got technique as well. Like there's a technique that you will follow, and there's something that but like how you use that technique is going to be different. Sure. I would also like to pet 10 dogs.
I think everyone would love to pet 10 dogs.
Yeah. So I know we didn't get through much of Baldur's Gate today. We did have a fun hour session, but it was nice just to chat with you all, and just.
Yeah, we had a lot of chatting.
We did. It was a cozy session today. There's a bit of chaos in the middle, but it was a cozy session. I felt.
You gotta have a little bit of the chaos.
Yeah. So I'm gonna ask. I'm gonna put in the chat in Discord again. As I said earlier, I'm gonna ask about what people think about what we're gonna play next, and for some sub stuff as well. Because I think it'd be nice to kind of do some other stuff, vary it up a bit. And then, as I said, that we got the Streamly signing on June the 18th. So please do have a look at the prints. Please do get your prints signed, and do it sooner rather than later so we have time for the stuff to arrive as well. Don't leave it to the last minute. What else? Like you said, you want people to feel safe, boundaries respected, have a lot of fun. Yeah, have fun. Play. Have play. It's why it's called a play. We play. Yeah.
It's just sometimes it's really like, you know, when you're a kid and you see that one kid who doesn't want to come on and play because they're shy. Sometimes it really is about extending that hand and inviting someone to play with you that just gets them out of that space of like being frozen. And I think that just never goes away, just even as an adult. Because I've had cases like when, and again, this comes back to dancing for me because that's my most experience, where I've gone out dancing with my friends and we're just being weird in the dance floor, and we can pick out the people who are on the sidelines watching. They're laughing, they're kind of like, you can see them wanting to join in, but they're just something holding back, and we actually will go up to them and be like, come on, let's go. And the number of them that will just come and like dance with you and then they tell you like, oh, I had so much fun, that was really nice, you know, because they just need that invitation into that safe space to feel safe to play with somebody else.
It's important though, isn't it? It's boundaries with that, because there's the fine line between encouragement and peer pressure.
That's true.
We had when we were at Disney, our nephew is 9, and we were going on this ride. It was like this Avengers ride, and it seems very fast, and it's got like a loop-de-loop and 2 corkscrews. I'm not very good with going upside down. I really don't like I don't like disorientation. I love the speed. I love drop. But going upside down for some reason, I'm like, I definitely at his age, it would have been a big no. But we were going on this ride, and he was like, oh, I don't really want to do it. I don't want to do it, you know. And we were like, come on, it'll be fun. Come on, let's go. And like, as he's doing it more, he's like, oh. And so we're in this queue. It's only 20 minutes, and we passed this bit where you see the carriages kind of come up and then shoot off. And so it stops, and he looks at them, and they go, ah! Like this. And he was like, I don't want to do it. And yeah, it was like, of course we're not going to make you do it. We're not, you know, it's not. We don't want you to do anything that you're not going to be, that you're not going to enjoy. Yeah, but you know, it's that fine line of like feeling like someone's pressuring you to do something versus encouraging you to do it. Whether it's for your benefit or their benefit, maybe, is the major thing, isn't it? But. Anyway, yeah, thank you so much everyone who's joined today. Thank you so much for everyone if you've come in for 5 minutes or you've stuck around since the beginning. It's lovely to have you all. Thank you so much for everyone who subbed and followed and liked and cheered and bitted and all the rest. It's all the support means a lot.
And bit us.
Bitted.
Bit us like a flea.
Bitten, yeah. Yeah, thank you. Check out the Discord, check out the Streamily, and we're gonna do a couple more this week. So yeah, I'll see you all soon. Have a lovely evening, everyone.
Bye, chat.
See you all soon. Bye.